Happy New Year, niggas, and welcome to 2018, and welcome back to, or welcome to, if this is your first time listening, to the Ratchet Ramblings podcast presented to you by the CSPN. I am one third of your host. I am Jeremy, aka Black Dante on Twitter, aka Confucius, aka um Niggas Against Co-workers, and I am joined by my illustrious friends. And the real reason that y'all tune into this goddamn podcast, my friends, I will let them introduce themselves.
Hello, it is me, one half of the non-witty, uh, unfunny, uh, your baby is always crying in the background, half of Ratchet Ramblings, Candace, aka London and Mommy, formerly known as Intense Desire, and we are joined by our extended family and another regular on the show. And you motherfuckers are lucky, and you should be so blessed and highly favored that uh, this person is joining us for the third week straight. So go ahead and introduce yourself.
What's up, y'all? It's Curtis, aka Trilificent, formerly known as Coon Loaf, aka I don't care about your opinion in my mentions. Go argue with somebody else, aka bitch. Make sure that the goddamn electricity works, okay? Damn. AKA pay your bills. All right.
AKA
Ready to get
Hey,
shit.
I got my own 1-star woes.
1 star woes. 1 star woes. 1 star woes.
One star roll. So let me pay the bill.
AKA got one. AKA check the billing because I'm moving up like the Real Housewives. It's not just a feature now. I'm one third of the hosts, but I only come around when I feel like it. But check the billing, all right?
Booked and busy, bitch.
Unlike Masika.
Unlike listen, listen.
Mm.
Let me pay the bills right quick. And that'll lead into a classy read that my eloquent friend Candace has. So you are listening, like I said, to the Ratchet Ramblers podcast. We are part of the CSPN network. You can go to our website, cspn.us, and click that podcast tab and click Ratchet Ramblings. And
Nigga, move. This ain't for you. What the fuck?
that
Nigga
gotta
cat.
be nigga cat.
Goddamn.
Nigga cat
You're
coming.
some bastard. The
Nigga cat coming through like he Debo just
Damn, I can't even have a sweet treat without this nigga sniffing my whole fucking body. Goddamn.
well he
Oh,
and
my bad. My bad.
it's fine. He is nigga cat. So
I mean,
how nigga,
that nigga rushed up on me like Debo. Shit.
you know how niggas is. You know how
Exactly.
niggas
Your cat think he London.
is. Oh, but yes, like I said, go to our website, click that Ratchet Ramblings tab, and listen to all of our episodes that we had in the 2017 year, and including this one and beyond. And thank you to everyone that supported us last year. We are going to continue to be um, to critique reality TV and provide y'all with some laughs. And you can check out all of our other wonderful shows on the CSPN. And if you fuck with us, go over to that Keep Our Podcast free tab and shop with all of our many wonderful sponsors that our Boss Man Classic has provided for us. And it's no extra cost to you. All it does is give him a portion of the brick so he can keep the lights on around this motherfucker, and you won't have to pay to listen to me sound like pigs in a blanket. Yeah, let's go with that. And
You
if
know
you
that
like,
wasn't country enough, but I'm gonna let you make it.
listen, that's the only thing I can think of at the time. Leave me alone. Um, but also, if you like our podcast individually, you can help us out by sharing the show, liking the show, rating the show, however you listen to your podcast through your podcast listening device. The main used medium is iTunes. Still fuck Apple for this update because nigga, y'all had a good thing, y'all fucked it up by adding shit that people didn't ask for, but it's whatever. And it helps us grow. It helps us. It lets us know that y'all rocking with us or not rocking with us. And we go keep the gravy train going. And as the show tagline, and as Curtis said a long time ago, govern your wigs accordingly. And with that, I shall pass it over to Candace.
Hello, Saints. Bye. So listen, we appreciate all the reviews, whether they be good, whether they be bad, because even a 1-star review, dragging us by the taint hairs, let us know that people are listening, people are checking for what we have to say, or what we don't have to say, or whatnot. But with that being said, if you don't like a podcast, do not spend an hour listening to it before you decide you don't want to listen to it, because that tells me that you are a fan. You are not a critic, you are a fan. Because I can listen to something for 30 seconds and know that it is not for me. And also, as the name of the show lets you know that we are not about shit. We are not eloquent, we are not elegant, we are not classy. We do not keep it cute. We are foul-mouthed. We are rude. We snatch wigs. We are not here we're not doing this for a check. First off, let me say that. We don't get a check from this. We are not set up in some very professional studio recording this podcast every week. We are not trying to get awards and accolades. We are two people who, three actually, plus our guests, who love Ratchet TV. I don't know how you expect us to discuss Ratchet TV elegantly, but we're never going to try. We always gonna read a bitch every chance we get. So with that being said, also, London does not cry in the background a lot. She is actually a very good baby, and I resent that fucking comment because London has great comedic timing like her parents, and she know when to come in and laugh at you or give you a ha or whoo. She got good timing. But
Candace, may I interject here right quick?
yes.
I would just like to quickly interject that you got to be a motherfucking psychopath to hate baby coos. Listen, baby coos are soothing. It's a fucking coo. What kind of horrible motherfucker do you have to be to hate a coo? Coo ain't even an offensive word. How the fuck? What? Continue, Candace.
I mean, I really don't have a problem with you guys hearing my beautiful daughter in the background of these podcasts. She's actually waving now. She knows her uncle's voices because she hears them on a regular basis. Listen, I would love
Team
to
London
record without having her on my hip, but she is mine. She's my sunshine, and when I come home from 8 to 10 hours dealing with white people, the best thing in the world is to have her ready to be under me and play and laugh and do all kind of fun stuff with mommy. And that includes sitting in her lap while she records her Ratchet Ramblers podcast. So with that being said, thank you for your 1-star. Thank you for your commentary. But we not changing the motherfucking thing. And we know you gonna listen again because you listened for an hour. And we're not changing shit. So taking it. Well, you gonna take it. Ain't no leaving it. So just take it and shut the fuck up. There.
Also, I would like to add that we know you're gonna listen, and we know you're a fan because you listen for an hour. And listen, I'm a pretty reasonable fellow. There are some things that are just not for me. I know that, like Hannah said, I know that something is not for me way more than taking it a goddamn hour. And you know what? If it's not for me, you know what I do? Because first of all, in the person that left this 1-star review, you said that me and Candace were just trying to jump on the recent podcasting wave. Let me tell you something, friend. I've been doing this shit for motherfucking 4 years. I have a whole ass other podcast that just is going on 4 years and over 150 episodes. So that let me know right there you full of shit, because if you knew anything about this podcast, you would know that I have another podcast and been doing this shit more than recently. This is a new podcast here, but we actually been doing Ratchet Ramblers on that other podcast that has over 150 episodes. Yeah, so if you knew what you were talking about, then you wouldn't be out here looking stupid because you would have the motherfucking receipts. So I have deduced that you Oh,
And I also have guest co-hosted on that podcast for several of the years as well. So again, you don't know what the fuck you talking about because due to me being on Crown and Collars, which is going 4 years strong, it's why people suggested, actually fans suggested this show. This was not something that Jeremy and I were going to do. We were just going to constantly do Ratchet Recap on Crown and Collars. And a fan said, you know what? I need you, Ratchet motherfuckers, to have your own show to talk about Ratchet shit. And that's what we did. And so while it was not for you, though you listened for an hour. I gotta keep throwing that in because I just cannot believe you listened to some shit for an hour because you would get your fill of us in the first 5 minutes. What you hear in the beginning is what you're gonna get the whole show. But this was fan requested, and we love our fans and we love our listeners and we love other Black podcasters who have come on the show and given us an opportunity to come on the show. We always get great feedback when we guest on other podcasts. We get great feedback when we have guests on guests on our podcast, which is where Curtis comes in because everybody loves when Curtis comes through and just tears shit down. So thank you for listening for an hour. We appreciate it. It still showed up in our listens.
And we know you're gonna listen again because again, you full of shit. And honestly, you know what? Since I'm here, this sounds like someone that either does not like me or does not like
That's
Candy.
a growing list of niggas that don't like you.
Listen, the list is growing. It's fine.
That shit ain't even VIP no more. That's general admission at this point.
Exactly. Next you're gonna see a video on the timeline saying "fuck Jeremy," like Keisha Cole said "fuck Dutch," but it's fine. But this person who left this 1-star review, you either don't like me or don't like Candace or don't like either of us, which is fine because we really don't care because we have too many people that love us and support this podcast and fuck with us. But if you are going to be a hater hoe, at least have the balls to say why you're being a hater hoe instead of hiding it behind critique of the podcast that when you break it down and throw in the receipts really don't hold water. So stop being a weirdo in 2018 and get you some money. Get you a job. Get you some friends. So be a greater hoe, not a hater hoe. And
okay, I'm gonna punctuate this real quick and then we can move on.
Yes.
I mean, it's not my show, so I don't need to drag and do all of that. I will say this: if you are going to take the time to leave not only a 1-star rating, but write a review, at least make it constructive criticism. There is no point in you writing a review in Apple Podcasts, iTunes, whatever they call themselves, trying to drag a podcast. And the whole line about it just seemed like some popular tweeters trying to jump on the bed. Like all of that was unnecessary. If you're going to write a review, at least make it constructive criticism or something that the hosts can use to improve.
And let it be true. Also.
And let it be true because, you know, what Jeremy and Candace said about it was not a lie. I mean, and that's it, you know, and that's just general. Like if you're going to leave a review about something, at least be constructive about it.
Yeah, and that's that. But we appreciate you taking the time to listen for 60 whole minutes. Especially when the show typically runs about 90 minutes on average. So thank you for listening to a majority of the show. We appreciate you. And when you tune back in, we hope that you change your tune a little bit, bitch. Now.
Nigga never change. Never change.
Let's jump into this week's stuff because we kind of got a lot to talk about. Let's get to the shit that's not memorable. Love and Hip Hop New York. Mona.
We have been struck. Okay, so first I came up with the new acronym for this whole. It feels like an alternate reality to me, like these reality shows sometimes. So I came up with what is it? The Monami Television Universe.
Yeah.
So we're gonna call it MTU.
I like
and
it.
I vote that Love and Hip Hop New York gets kicked out of the MTU. It's time. It's past its prime. The SSI has run out. All right. There's no more disability. There's no more benefits coming in. It's time. It's time to let it go.
Please.
Because I watched it Monday, and I usually don't watch the shows live, but I just happened to watch them live Monday. And we have been struggling for the past 3 hours to remember what happened on Love and Hip Hop New York. Like that's how bone ass champagne turkey dry it was.
It was bad.
It was bad.
It was terrible. I love the Love and Hip Hop franchise, but it's really time to X out some of these locations and go get some fresh air like you did with Miami.
Right.
It's time to get rid of Hollywood. I can't remember one notable thing that happened on Hollywood except for her wig is coming off. Her wig.
No, see, I feel like Hollywood could work. I don't see why the location can't work, but
the cast.
They need to start from scratch with the cast.
They need a new cast. They need
a new cast.
Some people worth knowing. Hazel Lee is not worth knowing.
No, Masika's not worth knowing. Alexis Sky.
Zell, Ray.
A
bunch of people that you don't really see popping on social media. One thing I can say about Love and Hip Hop Atlanta is they are active on social media.
Not only that, they have actual ties to hip hop.
Yes.
Like nobody on the Hollywood cast has any ties to hip hop. Then you got Ray J, who is, for all intent and purposes, worthless. I mean, shout out to him for securing the bag with that whatever business he sold. But as far as your role on the show, worthless. Lil Fizz, worthless.
Yeah, there's no actual hip hop artist on Love and Hip Hop. I think Safari was the only one with some ties to
actual hip hop, yeah.
And he's from New York, so that.
I mean, you got A1, but
so I agree with Curtis. I feel like the locations. Let me take that back. Don't scratch New York. Don't scratch Hollywood. Scratch the cast.
Yeah.
It's time to rework the cast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Get us some people really doing shit.
Yeah. I don't think there's nothing wrong. I don't think there's anything wrong with coming back on a season and being like, you know what? Let's just get some fresh. Let's get all fresh blood. Let's not just interject 1 or 2 or 3 new people that we've never heard of and try to shake things up and have them fighting. And we don't understand why they're fighting because we ain't never seen this bitch before. Like, just scratch the whole cast. Ray J will be fine. The rest of them, I mean, I don't know. You know, they hire at UPS all the time. I think FedEx Kinko's hires often. I don't know what the rest of them are going to do, but scratch it, bring in and do your classic half and half. Bring some underdogs that we might not have heard of, but are talented. Keyword talented, and then bring in some veterans and mix it up and let's see what happens. But this current cast, no one.
She did it before with New York because when Chrissy and Jim left, Samaya Reese left. It was some other people. Olivia left. She scratched all them off, and then we start seeing the introduction of Erica Mena. We saw the introduction of course, Remy and Papoose. Eventually, we saw Cardi B come in. So, like, she knows how to bring in fresh blood. Like, stop trying to force feed us rich dollars. Like, please. It's not working. It's dry. Let it go.
Stop trying to force feed us Gwenning. We don't care.
After
we don't even know what the fuck it means.
On Cardi B, he should have been X'd off the show.
Right.
Because what DJ Self brought to us was Mariah fucking Lynn, Dream Doll, and the bitch that Mariah Lynn was fighting with last season, who we haven't seen since. The singing bitch who couldn't really sing. Like,
yeah, Major Galore.
Minor Galore, okay? He ain't did shit. So that's that. But let's let's actually move into what happened this week. Fucking Anais.
Ooh,
Handsome
Now,
Squidward.
I ain't gonna lie. She's annoying, but she has some good points about how bitches smell when they be doing everything but taking a shower. Bitches do be smelling like onions. Bitch, it smell like falafel in here. What's going on? It smell like a gyro. If you a real nigga, it smell like a gyro in here. If somebody got tzatziki sauce? The fuck is going on? Her husband really do want her to be a stay-at-home mom or whatever, but the bitch is old and she needs to stay at home. Like she's in her goddamn 30s, and she need to blow her fucking nose, okay? Because the bitch been congested since we first seen her debut on the show. I'm tired. That funny Peanut? Yes, it is.
Yeah, that whole thing was weird. The one thing I didn't like about those scenes, the beginning, when they were sitting there with Jonathan and Jonathan got real judgmental, like you being real judgmental
Bitch,
about Anais's marriage when you married to a motherfucker that's on a whole different coast
that nigga in his
that you not working on getting out of.
Let me bring in Mike, because Mike is itching to get his hot takes off.
Oh hell!
This
Oh
shit,
hell!
because
Oh hell!
he has been disgusted with that nigga being married since he found out.
Oh
He's like,
shit!
is you serious? Like,
Listen.
Mike first thing out his mouth was, this gay man is acting like a heterosexual man. That's something. He was like, that's something ashy niggas do.
Ain't that a bitch? We haven't even been able to get married that motherfucking long, and here you are fucking it up. You ignorant bitch.
Nigga said you married and then was mad. He was ready to fight about that shit.
He was about to tear that nigga turned into a motherfucking Tasmanian devil.
He was about
Where
to
did you
tear
get that?
goddamn
The
restaurant
internet?
up.
When you
Shit,
find
Google.
out, that's how you know a nigga caught, when he start asking you how you find out.
Yeah, he was being really judgmental to be a married man.
To be a married man.
I don't agree. Rich dollars make business with pleasure. This true. It is true. But
However,
He had some points. However, bitch, shut the fuck up.
Valid points when you a married man and you was talking about marrying somebody else, but they didn't even know you was married to begin with. Like, what?
a whole ass married man.
That's how
And then
he want to get married twice.
Right.
hey, that motherfucker in his confessional was like, now I know it's a little messy because technically I'm still married. Boy.
You think?
Right. After Trent done got there, went Google on your ass and served your ass the motherfucking papers. You think?
Oh, he was pissed.
Oh, he was mad. He was about to fight.
He
And
was real mad. Where did you print that out? I need the exact location of the printer. Where did you get that? Who told you? I was like, are you serious right now?
And I hate when bitches are so stupid that they make you have to agree with straight men, because her husband had some valid points. He really did. He was like, hey, I just am asking you to be home at a decent hour.
Right, and she had like that. She had to like
Talking about you want me to be some hick bitch? Like, whoa. Whoa.
Right, how do we get from A to B?
You want me to be some hick bitch with rollers in my hair in the kitchen cooking? Well, actually, bitch, yes, he does.
Right.
The point is, if he bringing his ass home at a decent time, because whatever this man do, he got some money. Because Anais' career ain't been doing shit since she won Mexican American Idol. Let's just make that very painfully clear. Correct. They got matching Range Rovers, a his and hers Range Rover. She talking about the nanny be there. This man, whatever he do for a living, he got some money.
Right.
So this motherfucker is still managing to come home to you with all that bad plastic surgery and want to love up on your dumb ass, and you mad because he asked you to come home before dawn.
Exactly. And then let's be and like Curtis be saying, let's be absolutely the fuck clear. You know you care about the money, because right when the nigga said, well, If you not gonna act like you got some sense, I'm getting a divorce. Where the fuck did she go? To motherfucking Rich Dollars trying to see if she would have a place to stay over her dumb ass head.
Yeah,
So,
and that's the part
listen.
that's crazy to me. For all that cheating you doing, bitch, you don't have a pot to piss in and a window to throw it out of. If you
Nope.
gonna go get you some new dick outside your marriage, at the very least, have your shit in order so that when he find out, you not turning into a goddamn orphan looking for a place to lay your goddamn head. That bitch homeless. She need to get in a car seat and be placed at the fire department. Because she don't have nowhere to fucking go. That bitch is an orphan.
Yeah, nowhere
and
to
he
go.
kept the kids. How you go to another man's house and don't take your kids? Like, I don't understand shit like that. I don't care what happens. I'm not leaving my kids. That bitch picked dick over her kids. Oh, mama gotta have a life too, asshole.
right, and then
I feel like she's not even picking good dick because I don't give a damn what nobody say.
First
You
of
are not
all,
going to
Rich look
convince
like
me that Rich Dollars got good dick or even sizable dick, even average, even medium dick. You're not going to convince me that this man is really
Rich.
giving you these throws of passion and blowing your back. Bitch, you got me full circle fucked up. The lies. I'm tired of the lies. I'm tired of her face. I'm tired of the way she speaks. I'm tired of that red ass lipstick. I'm tired of her looking like she always having a stroke. I'm tired. I'm tired.
And I'm tired of Rich Dollars always looking like a piece of removed foreskin. Like, he really looks like a circumcision. Like, when
That
they cut
nigga,
the foreskin off.
he looked like a chicken select. Get the fuck out of here.
he really do.
But a buttermilk one.
It look like a
Don't give him too much sauce. Let's not do that. Plain as fuck.
I don't have anything for their situation except for it was some messy shit that two messy old bitches had no business getting into, especially when they knew that if one messy bitch got caught up, she was gonna be motherfucking homeless. Like the bird lady from Home Alone 2.
Is that she went
to New York?
She went to
Bitch is
motherfucking
a pigeon lady now.
She went to motherfucking Rich like, I need you to respect me as a woman, and I need to know that you have to have my back. First of all, motherfucker.
Bitch, I'm gonna respect you when I'm getting your husband pussy.
Let's talk about it, and then you know what? Rich is a whole ass weirdo, but this nigga said pretty much like, I mean, it's only so much having your back I can do. You still married. Like, what the fuck is it? Like, what the hell else are we gonna do?
I mean, what it was, he absolutely had a valid point, but she went over there with her Sylvester Stallone-esque style of speaking, and what she wanted to hear was, if this nigga put me out, are you gonna let me shack up with you?
That bitch was like, I'll be back.
And from the preview next week, that's exactly what the fuck gonna happen.
That's exactly what the fuck happened.
She getting on Rich motherfucking nerves from the preview.
But speaking of that, that was this episode when she was, what was she having? Like a meet and greet, which I didn't understand that.
First of all, how you have a
meet and greet and you don't have no
get to hear
product
of the new music?
Like, what do you do? What do you do?
Me talking like Snoop. Where the music? Where the music at? Bitch about to make me adopt a Baltimore accent to ask some real fucking questions. Where's the music? How you had a meet and greet for a song nobody heard?
My question is, how much did they pay those people to show up to that meet and greet? Because for her to have won Mexican Idol, there were a whole lot of black people at that meet and greet, and 1 and 2, something ain't adding up. The milk ain't clean.
I'm about to see what this new music is. I need to
know. Then Ruben, he walked in there. He do look like one of the Terminators.
She's Dominican. She was the winner of the second season of Puerto Rican American Idol. So she Dominican. Her name Anais Martinez. They changed her age on Wikipedia finally, but I still think the bitch older than that. They say she was born June 22nd, 1984. Anais at least 40.
No, that bitch not the same age as me. Y'all lying.
That bitch not finna play with me. She old in the motherfucker, and by the
No.
age, just say citation needed.
Exactly. Receipts required.
Yeah. I'm not finna play these motherfucking bald headed games.
No,
I'm not.
y'all lying.
Real bad, real bad.
But then when Ruben popped up at the meet and greet,
Listen, Ruben walked in like he was about to beat the insulin out of Rich.
and Rich was over there sweating insulin,
Listen,
About
he
to-
almost
shaking in his boots.
beat the sugar out that motherfucker.
Right, about to knock the beaties out this nigga.
Rich, you know what? Ruben walked in there, and Rich was like that gif of DJ Academics from the BET Award.
Yes.
I was like, look at this old coward ass nigga.
Exactly.
If you
Like,
bold
guys,
enough to
I
step in
remember-
another man's wife's pussy, you should be bold enough when he come to rock and sock that jaw. Like, what's really good?
Like, I really can't find a single NIE song on Apple Music. What single she had come out? What new music?
Listen, the receipt. Listen, 1 + 2 equals Kachu right now.
Listen, and I don't really have much else for them. That whole situation is stupid, and
Listen,
that relationship was dumb from the
Oh,
beginning.
I found it. The shit looked terrible.
What year it came out?
Her latest release is called Own It, and that was in 2012.
Mhm. That's why I asked. Because motherfuckers be getting over with that shit. You got to check the dates.
Mona,
Check the
you
numbers,
lied.
bitch. Now in this case, it's the date numbers, but still, you got to check the numbers.
Check the numbers. Listen, first, Mona, stop lying to us. Stop lying to us, Mona.
Please.
Stop lying to us like we don't have access to Google. We on the internet all the fucking time. We know how this shit works.
We know.
Stop trying
All
to make fetch happen, Mona.
Stop
Listen,
it. You lying about people ages like we can't Google the shit. You lying about music like we can't Google the shit. You lying about phones being plugged up to the motherfucking wall. What are the lies about, Mona? I don't get it. This show has been on too long for you to be stumbling and bumbling the way you are with this program. I don't get it.
the lies.
That's what I be talking about. Ooh.
Listen, Mona. Listen, I just want to say this, and then we can move on, nigga. When motherfucking Ruben took off them goddamn shades and asked Rich what he doing there, and if he worked for Navarro, nigga, listen. I was like, he about to rock the shit out of motherfucking Rich.
Oh, I'm sure Rich peed on himself at that point. Well, he probably peed right into his Depends.
Yo, Curtis, didn't you say one time he looked like he always peeing on himself in his Depends?
He do.
Yeah, that was the perfect yes.
You look
But,
at Rich face and don't tell him he ain't in a perpetual state of releasing urine.
Incontinence.
There you go. That's a more elegant way to put it. That nigga always look like he dropping off something in his diaper.
But if you go to Apple Music and put in NIE's name, you will see just how much plastic surgery she has had. Because oh my god, this don't even look like her on the cover for these singles and shit from even back in the day. That don't look like fucking NIE's.
Yeah, they had her. I don't know if it was her original, but they had an old picture of her floating on Twitter, and I was like, this can't be the same woman.
Harpo, who this woman?
Yeah,
That's all I got for them. NIE's and they a joke.
they ridiculous.
And I'm just curious to see what's gonna happen because, like I said, that relationship was doomed from the beginning. Rich ain't about shit. NIE ain't about shit. You put two motherfuckers ain't about shit together, you ain't gonna get shit.
Right.
0 + 0 = 0.
Exactly.
It always will.
Speaking of a motherfucker that ain't about shit and never gonna be shit. So can we? I'm so motherfucking tired of Mariah Lynn. I really am.
Yes, I'm sick of her.
That-
I'm sick of her because I do not like the bitch, and
Because she's not likable. I keep saying this.
I do not like her.
She
but
do not
at
have
the
any
same
redeeming
time,
qualities.
This Dream Doll is a fool because when you go in the presence of somebody not likable, you end up becoming not likable as well.
Right.
And I feel like she stooped to Mariah Lynn level, and now I don't
For
hear
no
her
reason.
either. Yeah, for no
Right.
reason. Like you getting, like I feel like DJ self sabotages his own artist so he could be the one in the spotlight because there was no reason to send that girl over there. Period. When, like you said, Curtis, she the one got buzzing right now. What the fuck you making her take a break, and what the fuck she doing to go talk to a bitch that ain't doing nothing but buying hard titties?
Right. Like, why are you forcing her to mix her personal life with the business? Because her whole issue is Mariah Lynn talking about working with Safari. She immediately let it be known that she got a problem with that. She let Safari know and she let you know. And your solution is to try to cater to Mariah's white tears and send Dream Doll over there to talk to her. What the fuck kind of sense does that make?
No.
Yeah. And like I said last week, Mariah Lynn got a hands problem, and that's because the bitch hasn't been beat up by the right person. Like, the security really should have let Dream Doll whoop her ass. So I think Dream Doll would have put hands and feet on the bitch because
she absolutely would have. She absolutely would have.
When Mariah Lynn tried to hop over the table, it was the security that jumped in. Dream Doll was just standing there like, okay, bitch, what's up?
Like, what you gonna do? I'm not Sophia the Body. I will body you. How about that?
Yeah, she didn't care. She was still standing there. The security had to move her out the way.
Yeah,
she was ready to
Dream Doll absolutely would have beat the brakes off of Mariah Lynn, and that's what she needs. And low key, high key, every key, songs in the key of life. That's what she deserves.
Alicia Keys.
No. We both like no. That's too much. But yeah, so the scene was what was it? DJ Self and Mariah. So in a very rare showcase of DJ Self actually having some goddamn sense, although the only reason he has sense is because he didn't have sense and he created a shitty ass situation. He actually was telling Mariah Lynn the shit that we said and that she needs to hear. And it's like, baby girl, it's you. It's not everybody. It cannot be everybody else. You constantly fighting and doing all this shit. We got several people saying if you would put all of this energy into your music and your career that you do trying to fight bitches, maybe you would be farther along. And she don't want to hear the shit. She don't want to hear the shit. She don't want to take no personal responsibility for anything. No, it's them messing with me. Everybody is not messing with you.
Even the shit where Dream Doll told her and was like, if y'all ever try to jump Bree, it's gonna be a problem. She never said it's on for you or it's on, it's popping for you. She never said that. Like, white women always lie so they could be a fucking victim.
Yep.
Like,
and that's how you
never was like, me and you gonna have beef if blah blah blah. She just said if y'all ever try to jump my friend and I'm there, I'm gonna jump in. Which is bitch common sense.
Right, that's reasonable. Well, I won't say anybody, but most people will jump in if their friend is getting jumped. That's just, like you said, common sense. And that's why I say, who was that I was talking about Rachel Dolezal not being a real bitch? And I said it last week, Mariah Lynn ain't no real bitch, because how fast we retreat into whiteness when we not getting our way.
Yeah, she went full white woman. You never have my back, so bitch, you always fighting. How many times can I have one bitch back when she's always taking the shitty way out of situations? Like, for real.
You be out of situations you created.
You trying to be a superstar, you can't stop fighting. You don't have no redeeming qualities.
None.
So you
not
really
cute.
Be on your best fucking behavior and learn how to fucking carry yourself like
right.
a white and a privilege, because
that's why it still blows my mind, because Remy told you exactly what the fuck to do. Now, granted, Remy can't get her own shit together, but that's a whole different conversation. But in this instance, Remy told you exactly what to do. Change your image. Stop with all this ghetto girl. I've watched Baps every day from 2000 to 2005. I
got that in my DVR too.
You know what I'm saying? Dye your hair black, slick that shit back, change your image, get some fly clothes, stop trying to dress like a fly girl, and you will be on and popping, because that's a lane that nobody is in. There are no women that rap that look like that. Every now and then they may look like that for a look, but that's not their style. Now, I don't know if it's gonna work because you're not a pretty girl, but that's neither here nor there. But it would be better than you
It will
doing this.
behoove you.
Right. It would be better than this little ghetto Cabbage Patch doll shit you doing.
It would. It so would.
I mean, I would take I would take a fourth of a look if you look the way Remy described versus what you're doing right now. Because I don't care about no white girl with no ugly ass blonde braids with no kitty litter ass titties. I don't care about that.
White women wear wigs, but a white woman wearing a wig that look like a black woman's wig, it's annoying to me. Like,
it don't look right.
I feel like Mariah Lynn tries too hard to be not white, and that
it's classic.
It's
classic.
Those are.
It's not even that. It's classic. I bounce on black dick, therefore I am not white.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is.
That's all it is. Because Rachel Dolezal is a scammer, so that's a different lane. But Mariah Lynn's case, it's classic. I didn't grow up in an affluent neighborhood. I grew up around a whole bunch of niggas and Mexicans and Dominicans and whatever else. I've decided that I like DOC, dick of color, versus white dick. Therefore, I am not a white girl. That's exactly what the fuck Mariah Lynn gives. And the reason why your shit don't pop, because that shit is not authentic. We don't care. We've seen it multiple times. We never like the shit. So you being the 50 millionth bitch doing it is not working in your favor.
Bitch built like a straw. We got Iggy Azalea the fuck out of here. We don't want no parts of that bitch. She went and bought a whole new black woman's body.
She did.
And everything else. And we still don't give that bitch the time of day.
Not only that, Iggy Azalea had the white power behind her, and we still got her the fuck out of here.
We had a cosign from T.I., and we was like, fuck you and her too, you the source using motherfucker. You and them big words and that bitch and that big fake ass can go kick rocks.
Yep.
We don't
take that bitch all the way back down under.
Let me tell you something. If you want a good example of a white rapper that know they white and act like who they are, fucking Eminem. Eminem got where he is because Eminem was not trying to sound like Jay-Z.
Nope.
Okay? Eminem was not trying to be black. Eminem was like, I'm trailer trash. My life fucked up. My mom an alcoholic. I'm going to kill my baby mom. All kind of shit. He was white. And he stood in his whiteness.
He stood in his whiteness.
Not trying to act
rap his ass off.
Rap rapper.
And had Dr. Dre right there next to him the whole time. And never once did we feel like Eminem trying to be black.
Right, that motherfucker just rap his ass off.
Exactly, even though he's crazy than a motherfucker.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I like Machine Gun Kelly too. He another one. Motherfucker, look white, act white, rap white. And yes, white rappers who act white and recognize they white and don't try to be black have a certain sound. Motherfuckers all sound like they do acid and crystal meth.
Mm-hmm. It's true.
But but that's your lane, and you perfect your lane, and instead of trying to veer in cars and make a mockery of the shit.
Yep. And that's Mariah Lynn's problem. That's why she don't pop. Nobody cares.
Only thing popping is them hard ass titties.
Them kitty litter ass titties. Oh, girl.
Kitty litter titties.
Them titties make me sad.
Them shits gotta be hard like one of them scratching posts for the cats.
Them titties.
Clawing at them hard ass titties. Oh, Christmas ornament ass titties.
Them titties definitely filled with Formica. Them some builder grade ass titties if I've ever seen them.
Definitely got ready mix cement in them.
Definitely.
Hard than a motherfucker, boy.
So yeah, I mean,
ED test.
DJ Self told her what she needed to hear, but in typical fashion, she didn't want to hear it, and she stormed off.
White woman and played.
You don't have my back. I'm gonna be done with Gwenning. And I'm like, I mean, you should. be done with Gwennon because
You
Gwennon
can't
ain't
sound
doing
like a white Sealy.
What Mike said?
Never part. Nigga said she sound like Miss Sealy.
Mike, you a terrible nigga, man.
Miss Whitey.
Again.
I was like,
I'm
okay, bitch.
through. Bitch, you done now.
Yeah, you been.
You ain't started shit.
The thermometer been
The
popping.
fuck we talking about, bitch? You ain't even at the goddamn starting line. What are you talking about?
It's more done than a champagne marinated turkey.
Mm.
But you is done. The thermometer been popped on you, bird. Get your ass on up out of here.
Exactly.
Sucking up all this good black excellent air.
Up there looking up there and that shit looking like Cruella DeVille and shit.
Let's not do that because Cruella DeVille is iconic, and Mariah Lynn definitely looks like one of the discarded Dalmatians.
Cruella was iconic, and Mariah Lynn is moronic. It's
absolutely, absolutely. Y'all, what else? I don't even remember what else happened on. That's how.
I know one of my favorite parts of the show, and this Mike's favorite part of that episode. The light in Safari's eyes when he found out that Juju and Cameron broke up.
Oh, that shit there,
nigga.
It was a little creepy.
It was a lot creepy.
It's like he saw dollar signs or some shit like. And
right.
I get it because Juju, you is just fine in a motherfucker.
Like Juju,
one of my favorite. And let me say this real quick. Juju has always represented herself as Afro Latina. She one of the few that I always have known to represent herself as an Afro Latina. Never anything else. Never shunned her blackness. None of that. But yeah, I understand why the light went off in his eyes. But boy, she don't want you
at all.
When that nigga was trying to ad lib read for her play, she was like, no, let's stick to the task at hand.
He was doing a lot, but you saw he changed his tactics real quick. But she shut that shit down. He's like, "Oh no, I'm just saying, I know what you been through."
Yeah, she told that nigga single, no mingling.
Exactly.
I'm just saying, like I feel like I could be supportive of you because I've been where you are.
She was like, no.
Boy, get out my face.
I went after the breakup.
That nigga got a crush on Juju though. You could tell.
Yeah, I mean, he can't be blamed for that because shit, I have a crush on Juju.
Yeah, I do got a crush on Juju. That is one beautiful ass woman.
She is easily like top 3 most beautiful out of all the franchises.
Yeah, I actually think it's her and Namara La Negra. Like those are stunningly beautiful women. I don't care what complexion they are. They are.
Yeah, because we're going to get to that beautiful woman in a little while.
Yeah.
Yes.
That cocoa on their skin, like the shit look like silk. It looked like satin sheets or something. Like you just, damn, what's this? Velvet? Ooh.
That's exactly what they look like. They look like.
Yeah, they do. They are everything.
They are beautiful.
I don't remember.
There was that one scene
Snoop in that damn horrible ass shoe release party.
First of all, shout out Snoop for getting a shoe for being nothing more than a recovering drug dealer.
Okay, I wanted to make sure because I was like, what does Snoop do to be having a shoe?
Like, let's be honest, Snoop hasn't done anything since The Wire.
Yeah. Okay, I wanted to make sure. I was gonna ask. I was like, okay, y'all must have receipts that I'm unaware of because last time I checked, the only thing Snoop has done is The Wire, and then she decided she went the brat route and was girly for a photo shoot. Outside of that, Snoop has done absolutely nothing.
Snoop is one thing I can say. If anybody on that show has lived the life that they rap about or talk about, it's probably Snoop.
Absolutely.
Snoop caught a really big drug charge some years ago, and by the graces of God, she beat the shit. But she definitely was selling a lot of heroin, and not on the corner. She was like the distributor. She was like the connect. So that's why Snoop played her part in The Wire so good, because she lived the life. But other than that, Snoop hasn't done anything to warrant getting a shoe.
Nope.
Like,
And it wasn't even a fire shoe, if I remember correctly.
No, it was trash. I
Was
love Snoop, but it was
laces?
trash.
It's like, is it like, what was it? Was it like laces for studs? I didn't understand.
I didn't get it either.
It looked like when you first start your career in 2K and you ain't got no money, you just get the generic shoes.
But let me say this. Let me really quick. I just want to say this. The whole thing when they do their creep squad, Legion of fuck nigga, whatever it is that they do, and they all get together and somebody comes in, like when Safari came in, he was like, man, I just need some time with my bros and my bros. And I'm like, I don't know how to feel about this. I don't know if it's my place to be offended because yes, she is a stud, but she's still a woman. And I don't know. It just, I don't know. That whole thing rubs me the wrong way. I don't know how to feel about that.
I feel like,
but in a sec, because it's like on the one hand, it seems kind of fucked up, but then on the other hand, it's like it's her choice to be in that environment.
Yeah,
I don't know. It just seems maybe
like,
it's just weird to me. It's just a little weird.
Does identify as a man? Like, I truthfully believe that for the sake of not wanting to deal with people misgendering her, that she just says that she's a lesbian. But Snoop has always carried herself like a man, with the exception of that photo shoot. And like, even like, I've even seen like past interviews like where she talk about sex and stuff like that, because she been on a couple podcasts, because she do sell sex toys, and I'm not misgendering her, but she hasn't said that she prefers to be called a guy. But she like in interviews on podcasts, I know she had said like she's daddy. So I was like, maybe she just
more male identifying.
She doesn't want to deal with like fully transitioning yet or whatever. But I do feel like she one of the niggas.
Yeah, I mean, no, I absolutely get that. Maybe it's just weird, but I mean, hey,
more man than the niggas on that show.
Well, and that is actual and factual.
Yeah,
she is. Yeah, Mike said she the realest nigga on the show. Like, I really think
she is. Oh, she definitely got the biggest balls on the motherfucking show.
No, she would have beat James R up.
And he deserved it.
Yeah. She would have put hands and feet on that nigga.
I'm really sick of broke Brie. Please.
Yeah.
Off my
you know what annoyed me is because we just rightfully read Mariah Lynn for Phil. But in that situation, Brie started that whole shit for no motherfucking reason.
She did, but at the same time, again, we go back to the part where every battle is not a battle you need to fight. Sometimes just walk the fuck away, because, not to be funny, Brie ain't making no music. Brie ain't got shit on iTunes.
Her nickname on this show is Brie the Broke.
Brie the Broke. Brie looks like Bianca's stunt double.
Yeah.
She does. She looks like a stunt double.
Oh, shit.
Mm-hmm.
I just realized that wasn't the same person. Shit. Damn.
For people.
Oh, good luck, everybody.
Mm-hmm.
To me, it was kind of like the Spider-Man means Spider-Man, because Mariah always in some shit and jumping in shit she don't need to, and that's how Brie got in this shit with getting Dream Doll in the shit. So it's like both of y'all two motherfuckers that need to sit y'all ass down somewhere, because y'all always in some shit, starting shit with people, then want to cry victim, because every time Brie starts some shit with Bianca, she always the initiator and then crying the victim later on. So it's like both of y'all are just
in the hierarchy of hands.
I was gonna say, because Bianca is the one with the super hands, right?
Yes.
Bianca is at the top of the food chain when it comes to hands.
Correct.
That bitch got Dragon Ball Z hands. She is not to be trifled with.
If you started with Bianca, you can't win, so you end up being a victim regardless, because you're gonna get beat up every time. You're gonna get beat up. Because Bianca put hands and feet on Drewski's fiance last year. She put so many hands and feet on that bitch that they not even on the show this season.
Right. Drewski somewhere looking like Earthworm Jim as well.
Yeah. Bianca threw the grilled cheese at her?
Nah.
Oh, that was That was when the Sky bitch threw the bread at her.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
picked it up. Was like, I make myself a peanut butter and jelly, bitch. You ain't said nothing but a word.
Make your enemies your footstool.
Chicken noodle soup with a grilled cheese on the side, bitch. Who you think you talking to?
Exactly.
I think that was all I had for
Yeah.
love and hip hop.
Yeah, we squeezed a lot more out of that than I was expecting, but it was still dry as hell.
Yeah, it was. We made it more exciting than it actually was.
Right.
So,
And you know what? That's really it. It's more exciting to talk about the little bit of shit that does happen than to actually watch it.
Yep. So
That's
when you
bad as fuck.
thank us, because we definitely turned the shit up more than it really was.
Correct.
You welcome. We love y'all.
Mm-hmm.
That is
Marrow kiss.
So where we heading to now?
You want
to catfish?
Yeah, let's laugh at that catfish.
Catfish. Motherfucking back. Back. First of all, let me tell you something. In the previews for Catfish, Neve and Max said that they thought that Catfish would have died out by now, but people are getting food more than ever.
And you know what? When I saw that, at first I was like, "Ain't no way," but then I said, "Hold on, let me pump the brakes," because when you think about it, most of us have been on Twitter since what, 2009, 2010. It's 2018, and motherfuckers are still on there scamming and lying and catfishing on Twitter. So I was like, you know what? I believe it.
Curtis,
I'm gonna tell you why I believe it. Because back in the day, no, not it was just us, but back in the day, we just had pictures and blurry webcams that never went working because we couldn't get the drivers installed on our computer and shit.
If that ain't the damn.
Now you can go and save people's IG videos, save people Snapchat, save people Facebook live feeds, save people videos on Twitter, go to people's Ustream, take people have 1,000 images on Instagram, people got pictures on Snap. Like, it's so many ways to take people's identity now and it look like it's you. Because people is posting video, like Curtis, you was just talking about this. I think XD said it. Shout out to Jada XD. Even the way people use the live option on Instagram now, it's like overkill. Like every little thing. Like I guarantee you could find a beautiful girl holding a fork in a picture, and somebody say, "Send me a picture of you holding a fork right now." You go find a picture of a pretty bitch holding a fork.
Absolutely, and I will punctuate that and accentuate it because I be scrolling through my timeline and I bullshit you not, every day to every other day, at least one of the niggas that I follow is posting this is a fake page, y'all report this page for me. They be on Instagram posting about somebody have made a fake page of them on Facebook. Like, everything you said is absolutely the God honest truth, because that's it every day. Like, if you look good enough, you have a big enough following, and it's usually, well, I won't say usually because I mostly follow dudes because creep and gay, but
you're doing amazing, friend.
Damn right. But I'm sure it's the same thing with women, but a lot of those dudes be like, don't fall for this. Like, this dude is taking my pictures and created a fake profile, trying to get y'all to pay for a fake cam session and scamming people out of nudes. Like, so we say all that to say, as far-fetched and impossible as it may seem, if you get on any of your social media feeds on the daily, the shit happens daily. So it makes perfect sense that it's happening, and it's just blown up because it's on MTV. But it's no different than if you scroll your Instagram feed and one of your Instagram followers is like, "Hey, y'all, report this page because they trying to take my identity." It's the same shit. Yeah. And then you put yourself in, you start thinking, okay, what is that person doing with this identity? Scamming people out of nudes, trying to scam money out of people. Like, it's the same thing. It's just not on MTV.
I'm a pretty decent looking motherfucker. But if I was like Instagram model fine, I wouldn't mind a bitch using my pictures to scam as long as they sent me a portion of the proceeds.
See, like, they not gonna do that. Now, you know good and damn well scammers are selfish as fuck.
If y'all scammers were so fucking selfish, selfish. I wouldn't even mind some of y'all theatrics.
Right.
But
Like if you
at least jump in a motherfucking DM like, hey girl, hey boo, hey nigga, I've been using your pictures. Listen, let's keep this shit going, baby. I'll cash app you part of the proceeds. We'll split the shit 70-30 because I'm doing the leg work.
right.
Listen,
I've been down with that.
I'll be down with the shit.
Now see, my black ass would be like, no, we
need
split
some
it.
feet pics?
I would be like, we split it 50-50 because you got to take the pictures that I already uploaded. So it ain't no way in hell you doing all the motherfucking work, bitch.
You want some feet pics? What you need to get these
Right.
motherfuckers about their cash? I got you.
Shit, what they asking for? I need to get a specific kind of
You want me to hold
apron.
up today's paper? Got you.
Shit.
You want to say your name in the video? Got you. Yeah, what you tell them your name was, boo boo. Like it's so I could believe it. But anyways, this catfish wasn't super like, oh my god, but it was funny because it speaks to how lonely a lot of people are.
I mean, first and foremost, it was a curveball in the beginning.
First of all, yes, let me tell you something. When you are so in need of love and jumping from one relationship to the next that your teenage son call Neve and Max to read you for motherfucking filth about your online escapades.
Listen,
baby.
No, when you get to the point where Neve and Max have been called into your situation and you have to take Neve outside and confess to him that you too are a catfish before they even get to figuring out who catfishing you, you have to admit that you are a catfish
and created the catfish to try to stalk your ex.
Like they were blown away. They were like, "Bitch, what the fuck?"
Was motherfucking terrible.
So what, Candace? You broke up a little bit.
Her wig was terrible than the
mother. Her wig needs to come off. Her wig needs to come off. She need to throw that shit in the trash.
That wig was bad. That's why she chose a picture of a bitch who was bald headed with a fade.
With a pixie cut up in this bitch. Because that wig definitely looked like she has vacuumed it up at least 5 times. And she had to open up the cylinder.
You know how much oil sheen you got to put on the wig for it to get greasy? I'm gonna tell you, baby, as somebody who done had my fair share of wigs, a synthetic wig can withstand all. Okay? A synthetic wig can stand on its own. I was like, for that wig to look that oily, baby, you've been putting Duke on that wig.
You straight up blue can.
That shit was a mess. But her own son called. Her son was tired of her
fed up
relationship to the next.
He was like,
fed the fuck up.
He was like, Neve and Max, my mama wild.
Can you help?
He all but said, I wish this bitch would stop chasing all this internet dick.
He definitely said that. If you read between the lines.
Thought on the internet because my mama thought on the internet. Like I want to get me some pussy off the internet, but I got to fight with my mama and shit because she always on the goddamn internet trolling for dick.
Listen, he was fed the hell up.
He was like, I need y'all to help me right now.
He should say it's fine.
Now, right now.
Because his mama, shit. I said,
then come to find out she getting catfished by a nigga she used to date.
She getting catfished by her old work. What the fuck?
Getting catfished by a nigga that have
you catfishing your old work and getting catfished by your old work.
And your old work is catfishing you in a group that he made with other niggas where they use the same picture of the catfish nigga.
But no. We have to give our roses to the nigga. What was the nigga's name?
Don Talius. Tally boy, Don Talius.
We have to give our roses to Dan Talius because when Neve called his homegirl called Neve and his homegirl called him, he showed up to the hotel like, where these niggas at?
Right.
You have to clear this shit up right the fuck now. That nigga was waiting outside the Howard Johnson like, what the fuck is up?
What'd you say, Mike? Mike had said something. What'd you say, Mike?
Mike said he was at the airport waiting.
Right.
He was at that hotel like, nah. I ain't going out like this.
I don't know who you motherfuckers are, but nope.
They probably sent him a picture of the bitch. He was like, I'm gonna clear my name.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
He saw that wig.
He saw that wig.
He saw that wig and was like, "Oh no, baby."
Nah, he was like, I can't. I'm not gonna be able to do this.
He said, "Nah." He said, "I pull bad bitches. I don't pull bad built bitches. Fuck that."
He said, "Bad bitches, not bad wigs. It's a difference." And y'all gonna put some respect on my name.
Oh man, you took the words right out of my fucking mouth.
Like, what the fuck y'all not gonna do is say I'm out here working with that. No, not today.
Not now, not ever.
Right. That nigga was like, fuck that. And then this nigga talking about he been in jail and shit. No, shawty, no.
He was like, this is a part of my life we just ain't gonna talk about, but I ain't catfishing that.
No, that was the old work that said that. The real Dan Talley, he looked like he been in jail, but
that's why
we don't know.
Discuss it because he never been in jail. Nigga talking about that's a part of my life I don't want to discuss. That's because you never been in jail, nigga.
Oh yeah, y'all right. Nigga, you right, because we had to give him his flowers, because nigga.
Yeah, we had to give him his flowers because that's some real nigga shit to show up. That nigga called MTV Studios like, where are these niggas at? I need the address.
Right.
We gonna clear this up right the fuck. Yes, I will sign the waiver. I will be on the program for 15 smooth seconds to clear my name.
Right.
I'm gonna go to the McDonald's and get a McFish. and a McRib, and I'm gonna go home. Because you know that nigga eat filet of fish. He look it.
I know, right? You know that
no, that nigga eat the double filet of fish.
You know that motherfucker got high cholesterol. You just know.
Ooh, that nigga eat filet of fish and drown it with some Hennessy.
Right.
You know we owe because they never brought back the double filet of fish.
Fuck.
Y'all, because y'all remember when the McRib first hit, they was giving you the Coca-Cola glass with it.
Mm-hmm.
Mike talking about they had to give you something because you almost died trying to eat a McRib.
No, they didn't give a fuck because then they decided we're not gonna give you a Coke glass. We're gonna give you another McRib for $1.
Exactly. Put that shit on the dollar menu.
But yeah, so then this bitch gets on the plane. She ain't never been on a plane before. They fly all the way to fucking San Antonio, Texas, just so her old dick can come out. And that, about that whole situation was he came out and was like, I catfish, whatever.
Right. He was just so nonchalant with it.
He was nonchalant about it. Like he like this nigga really thought he was about to pull this beautiful ass light-skinned girl with this pixie cut. Yo, he was just gonna be looking like a black ass Shrek, and that was just gonna be what it was.
Yo, that motherfucker looked.
So he was about to get Carrie Smith.
Hey, but a bitch catfish you with a cute name. That's the messed up part.
Yeah.
Like, even the bitch catfish name is cute.
But she don't sound nothing like no goddamn Carrie Smith. The bitch sound like she could barely read. She sound like her.
Oh no, but she had a specific voice for it.
Recognize each other's voices.
Yeah, that's the part
y'all
that got me
together for mad long. Like, how y'all don't know what y'all sound like?
No, she was changing her voice. Remember?
Yeah, she was changing her voice because she showed it off for them before they went. Because I think they said the same thing. Because Neve or Max asked them. They were like, "So what does Carrie sound like?" And she was like, "Oh, she sounds like this."
Right.
It was like, bitch, what the fuck? Her son was so disgusted.
Her son was just like, I'm so ashamed.
He was like, this too motherfucking much for me. I'm tired.
You know, and
Nigga said, they asked him, did he want to go? He said, I got basketball practice.
I'm done with it. Right. But like I said during the pregame, he was done and he pulled back and he was divested from the situation. When his mama came out and told him that she was a catfish, he said, "Oh, I'm done. I'm finished. It's over." It's over. It's
I
done.
don't have nothing else.
Right. He was
I'm not
like, I
about to
don't.
support you being a cat, bitch. What the? Are you stupid?
He was like, look, I called these niggas because I'm thinking you getting catfish. You mean to tell me your motherfucking ass out here catfishing too? If you don't get the fuck
Got me out here looking the fuck stupid.
right? Don't have me out here looking the fuck stupid.
And you should not have to tell your mama that, but apparently you do. Damn. And she looked like the kind of mama. She looked like the type that was so consumed with that online relationship. She don't be cooking. She probably be leaving his ass after basketball practice and shit. He got to walk home in the rain.
Right.
He was fed up. He was trying to get his mama back. He was trying to get his life back.
She don't come to none of his games.
Right.
Hell no.
She up here being a parent like Drea.
Oh shit.
I don't know.
Okay. Cool.
She looked like she'll at least make some real mac and cheese. As long as the EBT hit that month.
That's true.
That is extremely fair. That's extremely fair.
Mike talking about he wouldn't trust nobody food with a wig like that.
That also too is extremely fair.
I mean, from the outside, yeah, we're from the outside looking in. Of course, we ain't gonna trust that shit. But you know, that's her son. He grew up. I mean, I don't know.
I ain't gonna say I don't trust it because I know a lot of fat aunties whose hair always be fucked up, but they can cook.
You know what? That's true.
Yeah,
that's true. Because a lot of times, your family members that can cook, they usually can't dress or they have bad hair.
Yeah, that's usually the gist of it.
Like, you know, we human, we can't have everything. You know? No one person can't have it all.
Yeah.
That's
you
fair.
gotta be fucked up in somewhere.
Yeah,
that's fair. That's fair.
Yeah,
but yeah,
I mean, granted, you know, her wig, that's definitely a Chilligan's Island wig, but you know. Golly, that damn.
That ain't no damn puppy.
Speaking of, when they went back and did they check in, and she had them damn braids wrapped around her forehead, I was like, girl,
up there looking like a neo soul cover, nigga.
I was like, the braids. I was like, what is this? 1998? Why are they on your forehead?
Listen.
Ooh. And I don't give a fuck what nobody say. After them two found out they was catfishing each other, they fucked that night.
Oh yeah,
they got back together.
They got back together, but they got back together that night.
Mm-hmm.
You ain't gonna tell me she didn't Uber her ass right back over to his house to get some of that old thing.
When he came out there, she started breaking down and crying and shit. She was like, "Oh, okay, we gonna rekindle this thing tonight. Soon as Neve and Max leave, we gonna get this shit cracking."
Yeah. Oh, we talk every day. We trying to rebuild a friendship. Oh, okay.
Okay. Right. Friendship. Oh, okay. All right.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
You want to rebuild a friendship with this friendly ass nigga that done had 4 babies all on you?
Exactly.
Not 1 or 2 or 3.
4.
Quattro.
That nigga said she cut my clothes up.
That nigga was like, I mean, yeah, I had these babies on her, but she didn't have to do me like the emotion video,
right?
And pour bleach on my clothes. I was like, are you? Oh. This is why I don't know. But see, this is why we say men are trash, because y'all don't even know how to draw parallels.
That nigga, hey, when that nigga said that, all I could think of was like, okay, but did you die, my nigga? Like, I don't what.
Like, did you? Because based on what you came out the house dressed in. Honestly, she probably did you a favor by putting bleach on them clothes.
I mean,
and cutting up them shoes.
I mean, you came out there dressed like a gym teacher, so I mean, I don't.
And that's being generous.
That nigga looked terrible.
Really do. So I mean, I don't.
That nigga came out there looking and dressed like a goddamn booger.
With a booger with glasses. The Mucinex commercial.
Correct.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, that shit was funny. I was like, oh, so y'all just gonna throw a curveball in the beginning.
Right.
I don't know how I feel about them trying to include Neve's wife and everything. We don't really need that. We don't need a third.
Let's go a step further. We don't need you guys to keep trying to prove that he's not bi or whatever, because we don't care.
We don't care.
Honestly.
Like, I'm not even trying to be funny or insensitive, but
We really don't care, and it's really none of our business, honestly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we still gonna make the jokes. Like I'm still gonna joke that Neve is picking gray hairs out of his teeth after,
After
when he's been on the road with Max.
After he eat his butt.
Yeah. I mean, hey. I see my nigga Max Steel is not here for the bullshit. I ain't watched Catfish in so long, but Max is still not the one nor the two.
Yeah, Max don't play that whole shit.
No.
Correct.
That's why Neve does everything. Oh, you have a confession? Come on, I'll talk to you. Because Max would have been like, bitch, we leaving. Fuck you.
Max, like, first of all, bitch.
I will say Neve's wife, I mean, they wrote her a nice little line about, are you sure you should be helping the catfish? And I was like, you know what? That's fair. That's a fair question to ask.
That's catfish. I mean, your baby father a catfish, because, never mind.
Mm-hmm. If them hotel walls could talk.
Good luck, everybody.
Good to hell, look here.
That ain't even in everybody. That's a good luck. Those three. That's a nuanced good luck.
Guys, can we pause for a second? So I have a quick story, and it is completely unrelated, but we're gonna move on from catfish now because, like Curtis said, I know them two ugly motherfuckers fucked that night.
Yep, and they together now. They back together.
They back together now, and they've been keeping in touch and shit. Cause at the end, she was like, "We've been talking. I visited, and they've been fucking."
Yeah, he's gonna come visit in December. Okay, girl.
All right, girl. That's your man now. Great. Two ugly motherfuckers in a bad wig deserve
right. Each other. Make sure you go to your son's basketball games, the both of you.
Right. Yeah. That nigga gonna run off to college and never come back.
No, he's gonna be like, I'm done.
So on Christmas or Christmas Eve, I don't remember which one, Mike and I played Uno, and we ended up getting into an argument because because niggas don't know the Uno rules. And when I say niggas, I mean me and Mike. And we had to end up looking at the instructions and shit on how to play. And in true nigga fashion, we was playing however the fuck we felt like playing. And we had made up all kind of rules and shit about how the shit could go. And if you put down the draw 2 and I put down the draw 2, now you got to draw 4. And that is completely fucking wrecked, right? Today, I saw a screenshot of somebody tweeting the official count for Uno. And the Uno account said, once somebody puts down the draw 2, you can't put down the draw 4. You have to pick up 2 cards and you forfeit the rest of your turn. The motherfucker replied, you don't even know how to play your own game. Delete this.
I saw that. Because somebody was like, only a nigga would tell the goddamn company they don't know their own game.
Only a nigga.
The shit, when I read that motherfucker say, you don't even know how to play your own game. Delete this. Like,
it was the delete this that took me down. I was like, are you serious?
But somebody else see I was cheating. Delete this.
Right. Because you know that screenshot gonna come up the next time he play. Oh, you got to draw 2? Well, here's a draw 4. They're gonna be like, nah, nigga.
Uno
Screenshot.
Black motherfucking ass.
Uno says you need to pick up 2 motherfucking cards, and it's the next person's turn.
Yeah,
that nigga gonna be hot as fish grease.
So that was my laugh for the day, and I couldn't help but show Mike because black people love to fight over card games. It don't matter what card game it is. We will fight different shit. We will fight over a motherfucking card game. Period. Point blank.
Listen,
they play some shit.
Yes.
That's why.
I mean, to be honest, we will fight over any game.
That's true.
Yeah, we will.
Yeah.
Video game.
Because I ain't gonna lie.
Because I've had many a fight over a video game.
I remember on Christmas, we used to play spades, we used to play bid whist, and we used to play a never-ending game of Monopoly.
Yep.
Let me tell you what motherfuckers will fight over.
Motherfucking Monopoly.
If you gonna put some money under that goddamn get out of jail motherfucking square in Monopoly. We fights over that shit.
Yep.
Also, if you have Monopoly on the game system, let me know because we do have Monopoly and you can play other people online. So keep that in mind.
I need to get abreast of that. We played. I talked about this on my show. I have a Game of Thrones Monopoly that I got from Amazon. And so
My
me,
whole
Nikki,
face just lit up. You got what? Because Mike is the one that got me into Game of Thrones.
and it's funny because
I watched Game of Thrones while I was on maternity leave.
it's funny because so it was me, Mo, Crystal, and Nikki was the one that got me into Game of Thrones. I didn't even get into it until after season 7 had already started, and then I caught up in like a week, so that when the second or third episode came on, I was already caught up with season 7.
So quick, holy
so quick. I was like, no, I need to know everything. I need to watch everything.
Yeah, I'm thinking about rewatching it.
The shit not coming back till next year, so I'm definitely gonna rewatch it before then.
Like you can rewatch it 6 times.
Shit. To be quite the fuck honest,
watching the shit, just keep rewatching it.
But yeah, we played that shit, and it was the same thing. And then, but we did a little bit. You know, we tried to read the instructions a little bit. Somehow, Crystal's ass, this bitch had $3 and somehow still won. 3. She had properties. She had mortgaged out like 5 of her properties. Had 3. I was like, bitch, what the fuck? She was like, oh, I does this. I play Monopoly on the console. I was like, oh shit.
Yeah, so Mike and I are looking for a house, and I just want my friends to know that would be you, Taylor, and Jeremy and your girlfriend. We're gonna try to do some type of thing when we get settled in real good and plan around everybody's schedule and see when the weather is nice, get out to Denver and go to the smoke shop and have my mom babysit and just get together and do fun adult things. And
that's gonna be lit.
Be on the lookout for that, because I know the weed in Denver is really good, because every time my mom is out here and we take her to the smoke shop, she smokes like a piece of joint and like just go dead to sleep.
As a matter of shit, one of my friends just moved out there to Denver for that very reason, for the pharmaceuticals.
Yeah. Listen. So yeah, we're working on it and have y'all come out and be good to see my friends. It's been far too long or whatever. But let's move on to, do y'all want to go to Miami or y'all want to go to Black Ink?
Let's get Black Ink out the way.
Let's say the best for last.
Indeed. So let's get raggedy ass Black Ink out the way, because it was kind of dry this week, to be quite honest.
It had flashes, but overall,
yeah.
Why is you letting the receptionist turn dickceptionist keep the books and the bitch even? And I got dickceptionist from Curtis, and the shit was so funny. Niggas said, that bitch ain't no receptionist, she a dickceptionist.
That's what she is. The bitch don't even know how to work QuickBooks. The fuck?
Scott said too.
Yeah, that's what Scott said too, though. Scott was like, you don't do nothing but fuck the boss. You don't do nothing but fuck the boss. But I'm just trying to figure out how you letting the bitch keep your books who don't have enough common sense to look for credit card transactions.
For pending transactions.
Through in the credit cards, because you know a nigga like Caesar is using that credit card
for everything.
Like wildfire.
Everything.
Exactly.
Everything.
I am honestly trying to even understand $10,000 in credit card transactions.
Credit card? Like, what are you right? Like, what kind of pending charges?
No, for shops that are already open.
Right.
Like, that nigga is definitely using the shop money as his personal money right now. He is definitely not handling his business properly, because you know good and fucking well he should be paying himself separately and not using the shop credit card.
Right.
Because when we first started the season, we said we had to put an asterisk by C's to see if he really wilding or teddy bear and a hater. Turns out it's both.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a bit of both.
Yep. A bit of both.
You got umpteen shops now, right? At least three shops.
At least 3.
4, because it's 2 in New York, is 1 in Atlanta.
Oh yeah,
and one in Miami.
Orlando. No, it's Miami. You're right. It's one, or it's somewhere in Florida. Anyway.
Yeah, because you said
at this point in the game, why don't you have an accountant?
Right.
A real accountant.
Fucking way.
Like a firm.
Your front door greeter should be keeping up
Your
with
brand ambassador, whatever the
brand
fuck that
ambassador.
means.
You are not a fucking accountant, because an accountant would tell you, "Sees, you shouldn't have $10,000 in company expenses
At one time,
unless you're doing some major,
unless it's a
it was
startup,
remodeling or some shit like that."
right?
But it if it's for personal shit, it's out of order, and he know he dead wrong. But
And I 100% believe that those pending charges was him tricking off on his
persuasion,
on his women, persuasion, and whoever that was in the shop that he was fucking, that he was heartbroken, that she wasn't heartbroken.
Right. She was just like, nigga, bye.
I cannot wait until they start giving a little more airtime to the Atlanta shop, because the artists and the people in the Atlanta shop do not give a single butt naked fuck about what the fuck C's be on. They is trying to get to money. I love Southern people. Like, oh my God, I love people from the South, because one thing for sure and two for certain, two, you not finna fuck with their money. And old girl was like, okay, we can't fuck no more. All right, shit, bitch, I'm still trying to get my coin. I'm not gonna argue with you and get
She was absolutely. She's like, I know you don't think you the only dick I'm bouncing. I'm like, nigga, please.
He like, that's it.
Right. He was.
She like, see you later, babe.
He was expecting her to be broken down like somebody in a Tyler Perry movie, and she was like,
he
okay.
was expecting her to act like Kitty, desperate ass.
Oh, well,
right.
There you go. There you go.
But can we pause real quick and let me say this about C's? I want you to stop acting like you have made a voluntary choice not to have sex for 30 days.
When you gotta take your antibiotics, bitch.
When those are doctor's orders, all right? You have a fucking UTI. Ignorant ass bitch.
I had an impasse in my life.
Right. The impasse is your fucking prescription, nigga. We not stupid.
Pick up them goddamn antibiotics and leave
niggas get UTIs every day, B. We know how this shit work.
Nigga said, I need to come to Jesus.
Definitely. Listen, I got the rich dollars. I got diabetes. So I already know what happened when your diabetes out of whack. You get a UTI and a kidney infection real quick. So you ain't telling me shit, nigga. Talk about 30 days. I just want to get my life together. No, bitch, that prescription say you got to get your life together.
Yep. How we know it's gonna take 30 days to get his life together?
Because the bottle says so.
Because the bottle says so.
Take this whole prescription and
take the entire bottle.
I guarantee you he had to take antibiotics for 2 weeks, and then he can't have sex for another 2 weeks after.
Like, nigga, we know what the instructions on the Z-Pack are. Get the fuck out of here.
We know the game, bitch.
Shit. So I had to get that off my chest because he was every time he said that shit, it was aggravating me. I'm trying to eat, pray, love. No, you not, nigga.
Nigga think he Julia Roberts.
You trying to take that fucking prescription on and make sure it's not on an empty stomach. Shit.
Fucking great mind.
Shit. Fuck, nigga.
Yeah, I was really fucking annoyed with him, but moving past that, so he made Sky stay in New York and manage 113 because they ran Melanie out the shop over some money that was not fucking missing. And we said last week, like, who the fuck don't check the books? Apparently, Sky ran and opened her fucking mouth before C's could double check everything, because in the beginning of the episode,
C's
was the one who checked and was like, okay, Kitty hadn't looked at the pending credit card transactions yet, and there's no money missing. But as usual, these motherfuckers only know how to run shit into the ground, so they ran the manager away, who was the one that got the fucking shop together when it hadn't even been remodeled yet, and it was dead rats all in the shop.
Right, because she got that shit remodeled like overnight.
Yeah.
She didn't play no fucking games about getting her money, because the bitch knew she owed the IRS all that goddamn money. That's why she was trying to get the shop back open. Now the bitch living in the trailer park cutting up fruit, but don't got no electricity to make the fucking
goddamn stove don't work. Like, bitch, what the fuck?
Listen, when Scott came over to use the bathroom, the bitch had to let the bathroom out.
I thought when that noise started, I thought the bathroom was gonna like start crushing her, because I thought
it was a compactor.
I was like, is this bitch about to die on camera? What the fuck?
I thought this shit was about to suck Scott out in the toilet and deposit her out the RV.
But I had the same question Sky had because we got to look at that bathroom, and Melody was like, "Oh, you turned on the shower thing," and she was like, "Bitch, where's the shower at?"
Right.
The shit was
I had to squat over the toilet just to get in this bitch. Where is there a shower?
shit got
Right.
heavy.
Then she gonna talk about let's get comfortable.
Cool.
Sky was like, "Bitch, I can't even stand up straight. The fuck you talking about?"
Nigga, when I tell you I fucking howled when she said let's get comfortable, I'm like, bitch, where?
Where? And where's that baby and that man?
Right.
Still
Has
that
the
big
baby
guy.
eaten? To piggyback on Curtis from last week, has the baby eaten?
They ain't none of them eating. They in there eating wishes and prayers. That was a mess.
Oh man,
But I was surprised, but not surprised that Melody held fast and was like, "I'm not coming back. Fuck y'all."
That's how you know she ain't no thief because that bitch needs that job.
right.
She needs those coins, and she was like,
That's
"Still
when
like
she gonna
fuck
start
y'all."
tattooing out the RV.
Yep.
But she
Yeah.
ain't got no electricity, so never mind.
Oh, you right.
Yeah.
She gonna have to
get
go
a
to. She
generator.
gonna have to find one of them like eco pumps.
This shit so offensive.
That,
You
Sky was like, "You got me like this is an empty parking lot in Brooklyn.
right. This
This
is
where
not
you
safe.
live?"
They just park anyway. They gonna fuck around and be at the pound.
That shit. I was like, okay.
I was like,
still-
"Well, it makes sense to be in Brooklyn because shit, you fuck around and be in Queens or somewhere, they gonna come break in and kick y'all asses out and steal that RV."
I know, right? But yeah, I'm like yeah, you could tell, yeah, like you said, Ken, that's how you know she ain't steal shit, cause she know damn well she owe money, and she like, nah, I ain't coming back to this shit.
But that, you know what I got from that also is that I already have some
Some
I got
line-
another job lined up.
Yeah.
yeah,
I already got something else in the works. That was what that was.
right.
You know,
'Cause
all
she-
shade aside.
Yeah, right. Cause Sky was begging like a motherfucker so she could get back to Atlanta. Melody was
Guy was like, "We'll pay you triple." That bitch was like, "No,
she was like, no.
I know going back to the street cup scheme."
Hey, Curtis, get off this goddamn podcast.
I knew you were finna say it too. I knew it.
You can't seem to act right. I done had suck enough today.
I knew it. I was waiting for him to say it too. But I still maintain that Melody should have put hands or feet on goddamn Donald.
Absolutely, Melody. Listen, you need to catch that bitch and just run over with the RV at this
Right. Run over.
Yep.
shit.
Cause
Might as well not even break a damn sweat.
I mean nothing of value.
Because that RV ain't good for shit else. You might as well run the bitch over.
Right. I mean, y'all ain't got warranty on that motherfucker. I mean, fuck.
What's a warranty?
Exactly.
That motherfucker should be covered under the lemon law.
Absolutely.
That is a lemon. Okay.
I'm still trying to figure out who do you call.
Ghostbusters.
Like, do you?
Motherfucker look
I'm like, but it's like,
ectoplasm.
do you call a mechanic? Do you call an electrician?
Do you call?
Do you call Geico?
You call a shade tree mechanic to hook that shit up. That's who the hell you call. You call a
You
nigga.
know what?
Go
You
ahead.
know what? No, you can't call a shade tree mechanic because shade tree mechanic they like to fuck up your toilet and they don't have the real estate for that. That nigga gonna come fix the electricity and then the toilet gonna be fucked up. No,
Right, and then he gonna fix the toilet, and then the fucking stove ain't gonna come on.
right.
Then if he fix the stove, you ain't got no goddamn headlights on the motherfucker.
And where's the refrigerator? I have a lot of questions.
The motherfucker was goddamn hunched over. When she said, let's get comfortable, they went to the window and motherfucker Sky was hunched over, crammed up like a motherfucking sardine.
I have a lot of fucking questions about the situation and the inside of that RV. I
Listen,
have a lot of questions.
they ain't on a payment plan or nothing. But
So then, of course, Sky went back to the shop and told it because that's what they do.
of course.
And everybody was like, what the fuck?
Right. And then when C said that the money ain't really missing, while at the end of Sky Shade and Kitty, they was like, so I can't remember somebody. I can't remember who said it because I couldn't decipher their voice, but they did put it in the little caption. So somebody asked about Melody and Donna motherfucking, and they turned to Donna and was like, Donna, you were the one that said she stole the money. And Donna ass was like, I mean, so what? I lied or I didn't tell the truth, or whatever, but fuck it, that bitch deserved it. I'm like, you really,
Right.
like Anna said, you really a jealous ass, conniving, evil
Just
ass
a hater.
motherfucker.
You a hater.
You
'Cause
right.
your teeth fucked up.
You a hater with bit block teeth.
First you said last week, I don't need proof. I could just put 2 and 2 together. Well, apparently, bitch, you can't get your teeth or your math right, and then just gonna double down and be like, I mean, shit, I don't care. She shouldn't have been a bitch to me. Like, motherfucker, you cause somebody to lose their job or quit on their job when they needed it over some petty bullshit that you ain't have no receipts for. You need your ass beat.
So first and foremost, I finally figured out what Melody. I'm not Melody. With
Donna.
what Donna is, or who Donna is. You know who Donna shaped like? Donna is shaped like Adele.
Hey.
Curtis.
Too much? I felt like it was spot on.
You know, Curtis. Curtis, I love you, bro. I really do. Like, if don't nobody else love you, I do. I just want to sometimes, but I just want to know sometimes what the hell is wrong with you.
I don't hear nobody pointing out no lies. So whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Fucking Adele.
She is.
So if Adele was missing a tooth, it would be
From the neck down, at least. From the neck down.
So if Adele look like, you know what? I'm not gonna mention that. Oh, you know what? I will say that. I will say that Donna looks like a certain person on Black Twitter that is shaped like a waterbed, and that's all I say. Moving on.
That's a lot of candidates. So
the one that got about
no shade,
but you know.
Oh, good luck, everybody.
good the hell look. But
anyway, I had to get that out the way. I don't know what she was doing, and she was wearing something floral, and I was like, "This bitch look like Adele. She's shaped like Adele from the neck down."
She was looking like a dead flower.
She was absolutely looking like hello.
It me. I ain't got no teeth.
So speaking of Donna and teeth, and ain't got no.
Listen.
So this bitch she was featured on a whole investigative
ass
segment on the news. Her roommate went to the news and was like, "Help me, Harold or Howard or whatever."
Harold. It was Harold.
This bitch don't pay no bills. She ain't pay no rent. She tearing up my shit.
Talking all
the window broke.
Talking all that shit about Melody, and come to find out, well, actually, bitch.
Well, actually, she come in there. Oh, she lying. And Teddy was like, "I feel like Donna lying."
Yes, Teddy was like, Donna lying.
He was like, "Nah, she lying." And so we said the same thing because we was like, "So she lying about you not paying no bills, but she lying about everything except you doing physical damage to her property."
Right.
Something in the milk ain't clean, bitch.
Like everything else she lying about, but that's the one thing you do admit to, and then
she locked me out, so I had to break the window. First of all, that's not how that works.
Right.
First of all, you are not allowed to sublet anything in New York without the landlord's permission. So, bitch, you've been paying this woman in cash with not a single motherfucking receipt in sight. That don't make sense to me. Listen, it's a reason why people don't accept cash for rent if they are on the up and up, because they need to be able to document it.
Yep.
Because they have to pay taxes on rent money. So this woman taking cash from you and you don't have no proof of it. Bitch, listen, I'm putting money order in hand. If anything, from my bank, so my bank can tell me that the money order got cashed. I
Yep.
want to be able to track it. Donna just be lying like shit. That bitch ain't paid no rent. She owe that woman all kind of money, and we all know it.
And we all know it.
Mm-hmm.
Because
bitch.
it ain't no, she would not have gone and got the fucking news involved if she didn't owe her some money. Like,
Hell
Exactly.
no.
Whole ass news, because it's not like she came to the show. Now she went to the news, and it just so happened that it
Right.
ended up on the show. But she
And
went to the whole ass news.
the whole news, like that sounded like an established segment on the news.
Right.
Yeah, it did.
You know what I'm saying? That ain't nothing new. They didn't create that specifically for Black Ink. Like, people know who Harold. Every city got that investigative journalist that if some shit go down and somebody doing you wrong with your money or some services, that's who you call, because they gonna come get to the bottom of the shit and put their ass on the news and put them on blast.
Exactly.
Every city has that. Every big city anyway.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So Donna a whole ass liar.
With them horrible ass wigs.
And that's all.
Wigs,
about
teeth, mouth,
body, attitude,
everything.
everything.
The tattoo that she did was nice, but
it was nice. But
she said it herself that roses are her specialty, so that wasn't really like a. I was just kind of like, I mean, okay.
Yeah, I agree.
You know, you're doing something that you're good at already.
Right.
It wasn't even complicated. It was literally just 4 roses. Or 3, sorry. My favorite part though was the lady showing up to the shop.
Listen,
with her daughter in tow. However, and let this be a lesson to all the listeners: if you go nuck, you got to be ready to buck.
Because she let Donna get the first lick on her.
Because when I tell you Donna ran across that fucking shop, and she whooped both their asses. She did. I can't. We're gonna be completely honest. She whooped both their asses.
Gotta be honest. She did. She like soon as they walked in the door, like she ran past Teddy and just started wailing on their ass, and I was like, oh.
The only thing they did was pull her wig off, and the wig wasn't secure anyway, so that wasn't even no feat.
Exactly.
And Walt was like, "I bet you wish Harold was here to help you now." I was like, "Shit."
Walt just that nigga. Like you and Lexa said last week, he just there to keep shit going.
Yeah, he just a messy ass shop Negro. It don't matter what kind of shop, beauty shop,
and this
nail shop.
Walt got everything to say for a nigga who don't be paying his own child support, but that's another conversation for another day.
Mm. Those are usually the most chattiest of the patties.
Yep.
What else happened?
I think that's it. Worth noting. I can't think of nothing else.
Yeah, I think that was it for me.
Yeah, because Young Bay.
Oh wait. I'm trying to understand how you got a man that's buying you puppies and shit when you don't even have your own place. So I like it just popped in my mind. I fully believe this woman, because how you bring a dog into somebody else's house where you just rent a room?
Well,
oh yeah.
Because remember,
where is that dog? Puppy. Where is that puppy?
With the boyfriend who probably got his own place that he won't let Donna come stay at. You're not about to be buying me dogs, because when you buy somebody a dog, that's usually because that's gonna be the couple's pet. Like y'all live together or some shit.
Right. Or getting ready to.
This man buying you dogs when he could have got you a motherfucking lease.
Right. He could have got you a key.
Exactly.
Yeah. It would have been way cheaper than a dog and required less fucking cleanup.
But he was like, nah.
Fuck you, girl.
Cause he hit that smooth, like, let's just wait. Let's just slow down here.
Let's wait a while.
Donna's IG
before
about Cleveland stand up. Guys, let me be really, 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 really clear about. So first off, to people who are not from Cleveland, when people ask you where you from, I'm from Cleveland, because people tend to not know the suburbs, right?
Yeah.
It's just like if you say certain places right outside of Atlanta, people would just be like, "Oh, I'm from Atlanta. Oh, I'm from Houston." But it's small areas outside of Houston that you don't consider Houston.
Absolutely.
Donna is not from Cleveland. Donna is from a middle to middle upper class, predominantly black suburb called Bedford Heights. So when I saw her on Instagram talking all that Cleveland stand up shit, I was like, girl, huh? What is you doing?
What is you saying?
That's kind of like when people say they like, ain't that how when people say they from Long Island or some shit, be trying to act like they from the worst parts of New York?
Right.
Yeah.
From Long Island.
Long Island got the mob out there now, though. So I don't know. I don't know if that ain't one of the worst places out there. But no, yeah, it's similar to that. Or if they be like, or if they say like they from New York City, but they be like from like somewhere like outside city limits or something like that.
Child,
Yeah, that's like when you be like, I'm from Houston, and you be like, yo, you really from Sugar Land?
Yeah.
Like that's where the white people live.
Donna, you're from Bedford Heights, beloved. Okay, that's like fucking weirdo. Let's move on because I'm ready to get to the meat and potatoes.
Ooh, the stew.
So we finally got Love and Hip Hop Miami, and it did not disappoint. I feel like Mona been saving the good shit for this because we know New York is trash, but Miami, it came out. We in the group chat, we all agreed it was a solid 8 overall for opener, and nigga.
You know what? To be honest, we give Mona her props, but there was no way that Miami was going to flop.
Guys, we skipped a big part from Black Ink.
Kevin, yes.
Oh, yeah, shit. We forgot about that. Okay, back it up.
Yes. Big Fish, y'all are messy than a motherfucker. I will not lie. But what I do appreciate is that you guys do not use stereotypical tropes of the LGBT community. You don't make a mockery of them. You don't make a mockery of the things that community goes through. And we saw that with Black Ink Chicago when Don did a piercing on a trans woman and he did not act like a whole fucking weirdo and ew and like he wasn't transphobic or anything. Right. I appreciate y'all showing the difficulty that gay Black men have coming out to their family members. And I am so happy that his father was not what I thought he was going to be.
Yeah, because that could have went real left. And you know what? I'm going to be telling my business completely. I was a little bit triggered because that's a conversation that I need to have with my biological father at some point that I've been putting off. So I have to agree with Candace's sentiments that it was good to see that and see a father be like, he was like, I mean, what my drink at though? Like,
yeah, that was about his he
was like, nigga, live your life, but pass the liquor. What the fuck?
Yeah. Yeah, pretty much. Like that was about his like you know, that was about as much as you would expect from an old Southern Black man.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
I would be more disappointed with London bringing home a white person than being like, I wouldn't be disappointed if London was gay. Like, it is like so much shit that would disappoint me. My daughter's sexuality is not one of them. Her scamming on Twitter would hurt my whole fucking soul one day. Her split tea on Instagram would destroy me. Her bringing home a white man or a white woman, I would faint. Her being gay, celebrating.
Right.
Don't bring no cave woman in my goddamn house. I mean that. I mean that. So yeah, I
like that. And it was punctuated perfectly because he did a fire tattoo.
Yes.
That tattoo was flames.
Yeah. He is a really good artist. He was when he came on the show last year. C's took an extreme liking to him. Like, and he came out to the shop. Oh, and another last season, he also did a cover up tattoo on a trans man. And again, whoever is at the top tier of Big Fish, I feel like they are somewhat like they have ties to the LGBT community because they do not allow homophobia on. I've never seen homophobia on Black Ink or transphobia. Like,
Right. And if it was gonna be anywhere, you would think it would be some New York niggas.
I don't even hear them use the F word on Black Ink.
Nope.
Right.
Nope.
So shout out to them for that.
Yeah. So that was a good scene. That was heartwarming.
Yes.
Yep. Okay, now we back to Miami. Boy.
Miami had all there was no, back to what I was saying, there's no way that Miami was gonna flop because it had all the pieces. Like, yes, we give Mona her flowers because they assembled they had all the pieces. They had all the lions to form Voltron with Miami. And it didn't disappoint. Like, it was everything. Yeah. And also, I mean, with it being a premiere, off top, it was gonna be good.
Right.
Because it's the first episode and the first time we get to see everything. Right. Every premiere is usually good.
Yeah, they got to set the tone.
Right. But yeah, it was a solid 8 shit. Yeah. Maybe an 8.5, depending on how I'm bumping mine up to an 8.5 for 2 reasons. Number one, and they both have to do with Amara La Negra with her beautiful self.
Listen.
Number one, because after 1 episode, Sis has already inked a multi-million album record deal.
Secure the bag.
And number 2, because it has introduced the discussion of colorism within the Latin community. Now, before y'all thumb thugging, start typing real fast and saying, oh, this ain't nothing. We know it's nothing new, but it's a different story of something being discussed on a large scale and being shown on national TV versus nuanced conversations within the community and on Twitter and things like that. Like, for a lot of people, that was the first time that they saw that. And so I thought that I mean, it's fucked up, and we're going to get to it in more detail, but I had to bump my rating up for those 2 reasons.
Yeah, I'm picking up what you're putting down.
Let me tell you something. She went to the buffet and got Pretty Ricky fat ass. I am pleased because now the P in Pretty Ricky stands for pound cake.
Listen,
those is some fat motherfuckers now.
The only one that ain't big is what's spectacular.
The one disgruntled nigga looked like
Baby Blue.
Levert up out the grave.
For sure.
For sure. He looked like a fat preacher. I am very, very pleased, honestly, with the exception of Bobby Lights. This is where I have to take roses from Mona because I am really tired of you throwing the super loud, obnoxious gay man trope around, because that is not how every gay man acts.
Right.
If they feminine or you can't tell by looking at them, but everybody does it. Every gay man does not act like Bobby Lights or Mr. Ray or Zell.
And it would be
all you
or
show,
Jonathan.
Or Jonathan. That's
right, because I was going to say it would be one thing if like she had a different variety and range of gay men for different seasons. You know what I mean? But it's literally the same typecast gay man every season, and it's like you don't respect them enough to you don't respect gay men enough to like show a range, because like you don't do this for like but even for the gay women on each season, you have a different, you know, you have some messy gay women, you have some cool and chill gay women, like you have a variety of gay women, but it's something about gay men where it's like
few of the gay women have been like messy to that extent though. Like if you look at it, Snoop is not messy.
True.
Erica Mena is crazy, but it's because she Hispanic. It ain't because she gay. or whatever. Or bisexual. She's bisexual. You had Erica Mena, you had Sin, you had Miss Nikki and Rosa Acosta. They wasn't wilding out being typical this she doesn't stereotype women.
Mm-hmm. Even all of Mimi's girlfriends.
Yeah.
Like if they were wilding out, is because they were dealing with Mimi.
Yeah, they wasn't super dramatic and shit. Yeah.
Right.
Now, the only thing I will say about that is, yes, I feel like they kind of bought into the trope, but at the same time, I feel like Bobby Lights is bringing a whole lot to the table himself because of who he is and what he's trying to do.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like it's amped up even more because of his familial tie to Trina. So let's just get into it. So Bobby Lights, we can start there.
Okay, let's do it.
So Bobby Lights is a millennial hyphenate. because when he introduced himself, he had all of these titles: actor and producer and writer,
and his YouTube link,
dancer and acrobatist, and just he had all these. I do this and just a lot going on. And I mean, you know, if sure, sis, whatever. But
I am not this.
Oh, you're absolutely a first lady.
I am not first lady. I am a man.
But sure, first and foremost, so he's very, 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 very fair skinned. However, you live in Miami. I need you to sit out in the sun a bit because
very pretty.
Yeah, he's a pretty boy, and then he trumps it up with the makeup. He's over the top, dramatic, loud, and has a major chip on his shoulder because he is Trina's first cousin. Now, Trina, I don't think we went through the cast. So we have Trick Daddy, Trina, Bobby Lights, Amara La Negra, Pleasure P, and the rest of Pretty Ricky by extension.
Husky Ricky.
We haven't been introduced to all of the cast yet. You got Young.
Yeah, we have. We also haven't been introduced.
Is that his name?
Who is it?
Boy Hollywood or
Young Hollywood?
Young Hollywood, which we're gonna get to his bitch ass in a little while.
Yes.
And then it's some fair.
What's that one? Gunplay is on there.
Oh, Gunplay and his girlfriend.
Yeah.
Miami Tip Drill. Now, can somebody correct me if I'm wrong? But Tip Drill is the one that fell off the pole all them years ago, right? Who is the stripper that fell off the pole?
I think so.
Good Diamond.
I think so.
I'm gonna Google for us.
Okay. I think so. So anyway, yeah, that's most of the cast, and there's more people, but number one, we haven't been introduced to everybody, and number two, some of them I just don't know who they are.
Correct.
So starting with Bobby Lights. So Bobby Lights comes on the show. He has a major chip on his shoulder because he's a gay rapper trying to make it in Miami. And
right. First of all, I not to cut you off, I just want to do one thing. When he was introducing himself to us, and like I said, he had, like you said, all of his goddamn titles in his name, and then he was showing his YouTube music. I just want to say he did the cardinal rule in that because he was reading the comments on his music, and number one cardinal rule, you never read the comments.
Yeah, never read the comments.
Never read the comments.
Especially as a gay rapper.
So, yeah.
A pretty boy rapper at that.
It was Tip Drill that fell off the pole in 2012, and I remember it because I said she looked like Peter Parker falling when he was tired from being Spider-Man when he wore himself out.
Mm-mm. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So yeah, so they're on the show. And Bobby Lights, like I said, he has a major chip on his shoulder because to wrap it all up, he's gonna yell and scream about what it really is. But what it truly is, he feels like because he's Trina's first cousin, it's her duty to put him on.
Correct.
And Trina's like, that's not how this works, beloved.
Right. That's not how.
Go ahead, Kurt. Go ahead. No, go ahead.
I was going to say you can't use my name to get you fame.
You know what? And it's not even necessarily that, because nepotism is a thing. We know nepotism is a thing in all industries. Whether you famous or shit. I work in oil and gas, and nepotism is definitely a thing. However, if you wilding and going nuts and making me look bad, then no, I'm not gonna help you. I don't give a fuck how close we are. And as we discussed in the group chat, I said the way that Trina and Bobby Lights interact, they have not known each other their whole lives. There's no way. And so I believe I saw on Twitter, I don't know if it was true or not, but somebody said that Trina's uncle, is Bobby Light's father, but she didn't meet him until, like, I want to say he was like damn near grown. I think they said they met at one of her shows.
I feel like the first issue is Bobby Light music don't match up to Bobby Light's confidence.
That's usually the case with everybody on Love and Hip Hop.
So his music is not that great. 2, you have no type of business acumen. You don't know
how to conduct yourself.
You don't know how to build connections. You come to Trina's events and you get into it with her goddamn assistant. I'm not taking anything from assistants. Please don't take it as that. But if I am an aspiring artist, I am going to get in good with the assistant, because just like I know how many hands Trina's assistant has shaken with other assistants and other famous people. I
exactly
guarantee you that her assistant's contacts in his fucking phone is pure fucking gold.
Absolutely, especially with Trina being who she is.
He is and basically making appointments. Yes, he making appointments. He trying to book shows. He getting in touch with the manager. He's doing every fucking thing. He knows every fucking body that Trina knows. So why would you be arguing with her gay assistant? Why not try to build a bond there? He don't want.
Why not be sis? Why not be sis?
He don't want to be Trina's cousin. He want his fucking check, sis.
And the thing with Bobby is, and he's sitting there, he has deluded himself into thinking that Trina's assistant wants to be related to her. He doesn't need to be related to her. He's up under Trina damn near 24/7. He's her assistant. If anything, you are jealous of the connection that he has with her. And that shit is blatantly honest.
You her cousin for free.
Not only that, you her cousin for free that she barely fucks with. Like you crashed her her after party after her performance, and she was already ticked off at that because you were the only motherfucker that wasn't in dress code. Talking about you didn't get the memo. I'm okay, sis.
Yeah, and there's a reason for that.
Going on.
But you knew where the party was.
Exactly. You knew where the party. You knew where to show up. You knew exactly what room to show up to. And shout out to Trick Daddy for the shade. He was like, "This little boy here."
You got that little boy out here.
And that's how you know that
homophobic.
No, I wasn't gonna say he's homophobic. Although that could be a factor. I was gonna say that's how you know that Bobby's behavior is nothing new, and they are tired of the shit.
Yeah. They tired of him showing out every fucking where.
They Trina
showed a clip from 2012 of him getting into the fight with her assistant.
Yeah, the fighting with her assistant is nothing new. They said that during the show. They showed the clip. Like, that's nothing new. He's always been fighting with that assistant. But as soon as he came in, everybody knows that Trina is chill. She low key as fuck. It takes a lot for Trina to turn up. Yeah. And so you come in there loud and boisterous and doing all this extra. The first thing out of her mouth, you are too loud.
How you acting like she owe you and you ain't on? And then it looked like in the previews that he's been using her name for promo that she hasn't signed off on.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
That kind of shit to get you taken to court. So he should be
family or not, first cousin or not, shit.
He should be so lucky that they are family And she apparently does have a heart, because, baby, I would have sued the Fenty off your fucking face. Know me. That's my NC 43 foundation now, bitch. I'm about to use that to contour. You don't got nothing.
Nothing.
You get nothing. I'm taking all your MAC. I'm taking all your Fenty products. I'm suing you for everything, because don't fucking play with my name and my brand.
And that's what she said.
You want me to help you? Come to me serious, like an artist who's trying to be
right. I'm like, why are you not coming here and being like, I got some new fire tracks I want you to hear. I just want your opinion. Or I'm thinking about doing this video. I want to get your feedback. Like, you come in turning up for what?
You show up to after parties trying to get free liquor. You ain't even showing up with like, hey, cuz you at the studio. Can I drop by? I got something I want you to hear. I want to get you or your producer's opinion. This, that, like, you not even trying. You just want to be around for the ride.
Right.
Everybody around Trina appear to be working. That's what the fuck I can say. Because when they showed up at that after party, them motherfuckers was getting her dressed and prepared to go to the next spot.
Yep.
Wasn't nobody sitting around drinking.
And she was like, "Oh no, this is where your night ends." I was like, "Well,
right."
Oh, we going to another spot? She said, "Oh no, you're not going anywhere."
I hope Trina's not homophobic, but no, she's not. Her cousin is extra than the motherfucker.
Yeah, she tired of his ass. Like I said, this is nothing new. Like they showed a clip 2012. That's 6 years that she been dealing with this shit.
Right, exactly. I would just like to say,
at least.
I agree with everything I said. I would just also like to say, her assistant, he is not the one nor the two.
Nope. No. And apparently ain't never been the one or the two.
Said, I don't know why I'm even sitting at this table with your motherfucking ass. I say, ooh, baby.
Because and that's true, because he crashed up. He crashed that brunch.
Now that's First Lady, because he meant that shit from his soul.
Right, he never played with.
I'm sitting here with you. I want you to get the fuck away from me.
He ain't never played with nobody. Then his goddamn life. Oh.
It ain't finna start with Bobby fucking Lights.
And I wouldn't either. Like, if I'm gonna be tried by anybody, it damn sure ain't gonna be no Bobby fucking Lights.
Exactly. He was like, who? He was like, go on somewhere with your lavender.
Hello. So he crashed that lunch after because his friend was going to the lunch with Trina and her crew. And for whatever reason, and I don't understand that either. Like, if I invite you somewhere, you do not have the liberty to be bringing no +1,
right?
Without telling me.
Was with Tip Drill wig. First off, bitch, if you don't take off that miserable single mom wig you got on your motherfucking head, bitch, she looked like somebody auntie.
She did.
And no, not auntie. She looked like an auntie.
Right. I was just about to say she said that on purpose, listeners.
She looked fucking terrible. I was like, you going to a brunch like this?
Looking like that, looking like you look.
Right. I was like, oh, you clearly don't give a fuck about nothing in life. Clearly.
And so Bobby Light shows up. He still got this gigantic chip on his shoulder. And again, Trina is like, you doing too fucking much. I don't know how else to tell you. So he took it all the way to the extreme, because him and the assistant got into it. And what he do? He start throwing drinks.
Right.
Copyright pending, patent pending, but I need to get a throw hands not drinks t-shirt made for real.
You beat me to it, Ken. I was just about to say that.
Oh yeah, y'all definitely need to get classic on that. Like, y'all need to sell that on the website.
Yes,
I will definitely rock one of those, because you throwing drinks. And shout out to Trina and the team around her, because when I tell you Mama got out of Dodge quick as fuck,
they was like, oh no. Oh no.
Trina moved like that shit was a blur. Trina moved faster than Sonic the Hedgehog when shit started popping off.
Listen, they was like,
what you will not do is put our Diamond Princess in jeopardy.
Right. DEFCON 1, Jared, move Diamond Princess to Squadron 1, please. Copy that.
And like Candace said earlier, Trina really does have a heart, because even after all of that, she still went outside
And spoke to him.
And so he has this obsession with the word minions because he said the word minions at least 70 million times during the episode. And you got your minions and da-da-da-da. And she was like, first of all, you need to take that word out of your mouth. These are people that I work with. These are my employees. These are my friends.
I am paying these motherfuckers. And you're right. These are also my friends too. Like you need to take a chill pill, sir.
Right. You are the problem, not them.
Right.
And he's like, I'm your cousin, and da-da-da-da. Cousin or not, you should respect me enough as us being cousins, first cousins at that, to not be
cousins.
Doing all
why
of
you
this.
Keep bringing drama to my brand?
Exactly.
So I could be on TMZ and shit looking the fuck foolish
over your dumb ass.
Right.
Like what you're doing is not making either one of us any fucking money.
Right. If we family, then why you out here looking the fuck stupid and making me look the fuck stupid in the process? That ain't family.
That's what I said. Like everybody knows how low key Trina is. Every time you come around, you turning up. And that's all it is, because you mad because you feel like he has it in his head that Trina can snap her fingers and he'll magically have a career. And it's like, even if Trina put some stank on your name and tried to help you out, that doesn't automatically mean that you're gonna pop.
Exactly.
No.
And you want Trina to work harder for your career than you do.
Exactly.
How does that work? Just because she's established, she's worked for her name, she's worked for her brand. Now you have to do the same thing. And if he wasn't such a pain in the fucking ass, she might help you out and give you a leg up.
Exactly.
She might toss you a bone. But if she can't even sit down to have she can't even have a motherfucking club sandwich without you coming in here throwing Prosecco and shit, fuck you, family or not, bitch. I'll see you at Christmas.
Exactly. You better not ask me for no motherfucking present.
Oh, you ain't getting no present, bitch. Your present is me not taking your ass to court.
Exactly.
So, collectively, because I was live tweeting during this show, the internet is not here for Bobby Lights. He's already put a sour taste in everybody's mouth.
Exactly. Yeah, keep Bobby Lights the fuck away from me and my family.
Right.
And from the previews, it looks like he gonna be doing this. It looks like he's another Jonathan. He gonna be turning up the whole season, doing more interpersonal,
more
turning up
needed.
Right. He gonna be doing more interpersonal relationship turning up than business turning up. So that's that on Bobby Lights. I want him to just tan a little bit because he looks a little bit corpse bride.
Yeah, he looks
like I know he's fair skinned, but he still needs a little color. Like you in Miami, sir. There's no reason for you to be looking like some grits with no butter in them.
Yeah, it ain't no excuses.
So who else do we have? We have Trick Daddy, and so let's spend a little bit of time on Trick Daddy. I'm gonna set this up, and I'm gonna let Candace and Jeremy have a field day with it. So Trick Daddy is Trick Daddy, and anybody that knows anything about Trick Daddy, we know that at one point Trick Daddy came out and said that he has lupus. We also know that Trick Daddy is in general a piece of shit. He is misogynistic and homophobic and probably some other things that we don't even know. You know what? Let me not do that. The things that we know for sure. He's misogynistic and he's homophobic. So as with everyone on these shows, Trick Daddy was getting these jokes because Trick Daddy looks the way that he looks. Trick Daddy has always looked the way that he looks. And now it is exacerbated. And so I saw a lot of people on the internet getting up on their high horses, and all of a sudden everybody is a lupus expert and saying, oh, y'all don't need to be making fun of the way Trick Daddy looks because he has lupus. So my only thoughts on that, because I don't argue with people about when they say things. I'm just saying, if you're gonna make such a definitive statement, you need to have receipts. We don't know for sure, and if y'all know and I'm wrong, don't tweet me because I don't care. But tweet Ratchet Ramblings and I'll hear of it. If y'all have definitive proof that Trick Daddy looks the way that he looks because of his lupus, then I will eat my words. But as far as I know, we don't have any definitive proof that Trick Daddy looks the way that he looks because of his lupus. Lupus affects everyone differently. And I can say that because I have someone in my family who has lupus, and it affects him totally different.
Yeah.
So also, we know that Trick Daddy smokes lace blunts. Trick Daddy has smoked lace blunts as long as Trick Daddy has been Trick Daddying.
Trick Daddy, and I like it.
We know that Trick Daddy has a shit diet. So there are plenty of factors, because there's a lot of motherfuckers out here who don't have lupus who look the way Trick Daddy looks.
Come on with it.
So again, and the other thing about that is, just because we making jokes about Trick Daddy, that does not mean that applies to every single person living with lupus. All right, Trick Daddy is one individual who's fucked up, who happens to have lupus, and he gonna get these motherfucking jokes.
Wow.
And you know, because we see that a lot. Like, all of a sudden, because y'all feel away, now y'all lupus experts, and as Candace pointed out in the group chat, and again, if there are receipts, please feel free to send them our way. But I don't remember Trick Daddy ever being no kind of lupus awareness spokesperson.
Nope.
I don't remember Trick Daddy holding no rallies, doing no walks.
Nope.
Maybe he has, but it's been real small scale. But for somebody with Trick Daddy's reach, with somebody with Trick Daddy's influence, him having lupus, I don't see him doing. I don't even see Trick Daddy taking care of himself. So get off your high, like, y'all quick to get on these high horses. Just dismount. All right, go have a seat and a Coke and a smile. And because Trick Daddy gonna get these jokes. He gonna get these jokes because Trick Daddy is a piece of shit.
Dismount on the dick if you got a problem with it. But so first off, lupus in men, especially black men, is not very common as it currently stands. So for Trick Daddy to have lupus and you don't see him being a lupus advocate, especially for men of color, is trash. And furthermore, we know for a fact too that Tony Braxton has lupus, correct?
Yep, I believe
Braxton
so.
Don't look like Trick Daddy. But we also know through watching Braxton Family Values that Tony Braxton goes the extra mile to take fucking care of herself.
Yep. Like I said, we know
how to take care of her voice, because Tony Braxton has come off of a couple tours and a couple Vegas shows because the lupus was causing some issues with her.
Yeah, because she had some flare-ups. Yeah, because she have like a residency or something at because that was what led to her second bankruptcy. Yeah. I think that was when she got diagnosed with lupus and she had to cancel that residency, and she had to file bankruptcy because they had already, money had already switched hands.
Yep.
But Tony Braxton looks the way that she looks, and Trick Daddy looks the way that he looks. All I'm saying is, we know one of them is eating shit food and drinking and smoking lace blunts, and we know the other one is taking care of themselves. So you do the math.
Trick Daddy looks like he has, Trick Daddy looks like he got rigor mortis, and I'm not even trying to be funny. And I mean, he's also a piece of shit. I just pulled up the interview a couple days ago with Trick Daddy talking about you black hoes need to tighten up, and if these white bitches and these Latina bitches learn how to fry chicken, you black hoes gonna be useless.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I don't give a fuck about what you listen. Your health does not negate that you are a piece of shit and proud of being a piece of shit.
Especially if your health is not a priority for you. Like, that's just a very strange hill to die on to me.
And what was so wild about it is that Trick Daddy is, well, no, black women, at the time of this interview, and I still think currently, black women are some of the highest earners between black women and black men. They're out earning black men. They're getting secondary degrees at rates far higher than black men. They are opening businesses at higher rates than black men and maintaining these businesses, having successful businesses. So I'm trying to figure out where you had the audacity to even make this comment talking about the you hoes out here getting all this plastic surgery and these fake asses and yada yada yada. Bitch, fuck you.
Yep.
Because the average black woman can't even afford a lot of plastic surgery because that shit ain't cheap.
Nope.
So like for real, if we had dick, suck them.
Some plastic surgery, my hairline coming back.
You about to get a me, a man weave. Yep.
Come on, restoration.
Candace, you got anything to say?
Listen, we hit the lottery. I'm definitely taking my ass to Dr. Kurz or whoever the fuck. But like, don't try to guilt trip no motherfucking body when you ain't got your shit together, ain't had a hit, and living off your old successes. Boy, fuck you.
Yeah.
And
riding Trina, because only thing he kept talking about Trick Daddy and Trina putting out a joint album, and it's like because Trina is still relevant. Trick Daddy, not so much. Like, we know who you are, we know your name, we don't speak your name.
Right.
All right. There's a difference.
I would just like to say this. Look at here. I ain't about to be arguing with you motherfuckers each and every goddamn week when folks getting jokes off about Trick Daddy. It's motherfuckers on social media that you some of you, and again, if it don't apply, let it fly. There are some people that you people follow that have lupus, and you don't ride nearly as hard for them as you doing.
Let me make a comment. One of my favorite followers on Twitter has lupus. I can't think of her @name right now, but her name is
she changed it too.
She changed it.
Like
Lupus Fiasco.
Yeah.
Yes. I remember some of you same motherfuckers trying to clown this girl damn near into depression when she posted a picture of her without her wig and how her hair had fallen out and how she had scabs and such from the medications and the treatments for her lupus and had been in and out of the hospital. And she was like, you know what, fuck it. Sometimes I get tired of wigs. My hair was patchy. I shaved the shit off. She posted a picture of herself bald, still pretty than a motherfucker. And you motherfuckers tried to clown her under the fucking table.
And that bug got the nerve to be down on this hill for Trick Daddy. Look, some of y'all picked the weirdest motherfucking hills,
ranges
to fucking die on.
Like, let me tell you something. When they run my life back, when they push play on this raggedy ass tape of life, what I don't want to show up in the credits is me riding for motherfucking Trick Daddy.
Listen,
hello.
Stop trying to have honor with dishonorable motherfuckers. That's a word. That's a word and a lesson you need to take with you in 2018. Stop trying to have honor with dishonorable motherfuckers. That's like me. Like if a fucking let's just, for example, like if a fucking racist had lupus, I don't give a shit about him having lupus. Him having lupus and him being a motherfucking racist, two separate goddamn things. Listen, if the motherfucker is ugly, he just ugly. He happens to be a racist, fuck him. Like, stop trying to have honor about dishonorable motherfuckers, because you don't, and I hate using this term pejoratively, but you don't win the woke Olympics. It comes off performative as fuck, and a lot of people that do that shit ain't consistent and don't keep that same energy. So just stop it. If the jokes offend you that much, listen. If the jokes offend you that much, block me. Listen. Especially lately, it's been a lot of motherfuckers that don't like me. So I'm pretty sure I've disappointed you already. So just go ahead and block.
I'm gonna running list.
Because I'm gonna say that Trick Daddy look like a motherfucking dead body, and that's just where the fuck we gonna leave it. And if that offend you, then I'm not sorry. That's just what it's gonna be.
Sorry, not sorry. Because Trick Daddy absolutely look like a motherfucking meatball from Diners, Drive-Ins, and Dives.
Listen, fuck Trick
Hey,
Daddy.
why we watching that right now?
That's my motherfucking shit. That'd be my shit.
Woo.
Guy Fieri with his fat ass putting his motherfucking fingers in everybody's food.
I'm not about to kiss your ass to get along with you. Block me, dude.
Yeah,
block me
especially not over Trick Daddy.
Block me how you've been blocking me for years. Suck my asshole. I don't care. You can't beat my ass, and if you think you can, fly your ass on out here to Denver so you can go to jail. I don't give a fuck what you're talking about. Trick Daddy ugly. He always been ugly. He was ugly before he let us know he had lupus. He was ugly before he blew up. It would look like Florida Evans. He used to look like a skinny Florida Evans. Now he look exactly like somebody dug Florida Evans up out of goddamn grave.
Yep.
He ugly. He been ugly. He made a living being a black ugly motherfucker who knew how to talk some slick shit.
Yep.
The motherfucker always been ugly. Don't act like he looked like Trevante Rose before the lupus, because you motherfuckers is playing games, and I'm not here to play games with you.
That's the funny part, because the nigga didn't look that much.
The nigga don't look that much different than how
he don't look that different.
Like,
to be quite honest,
funny. I'm not even trying to be funny, but Trick Daddy ain't never been no super skinny or super in shape ass nigga. He always been ugly. He always been ugly, and that's what the fuck it is. And he's ugly now. He was ugly. He was ugly before lupus. He ugly while he got lupus. He gonna be ugly when he die with lupus. I don't give a fuck. Fuck Trick Daddy.
Listen, the motherfucker
Trick Daddy don't give a fuck about black women. If we need to tighten up, you need to get off Lace Blunts and go see your motherfucking doctor.
Hello.
And that's that on that. Listen, I'm not about to play with you motherfuckers doing the fucking moral marathon over motherfucking Trick Daddy. You
over Trick Daddy.
If you don't go smoke some dick somewhere, get the fuck out of my face.
Over Trick Daddy.
Motherfuckers is smoking dicks.
I don't see half y'all. Well, I think that was proven to be a rumor, be false anyway. But when the internet believed that Jasmine Guy had lupus, a majority of y'all niggas wasn't running. The jokes was flying. Y'all wasn't.
Ugly.
Yep, calling her all types of hawk face and all whatever the fuck.
Right,
but now Trick Daddy, y'all want to feel sympathetic for Trick Daddy.
Well, fucking Trick Daddy, if you don't get the fuck out my motherfucking face.
And not only that, but then y'all.
You feel that bad? Go suck the lupus out his dick. Fuck you. Bye.
Hello.
There.
And then we see in the previews that this nigga treats his wife like shit, who also happens to be Trina's cousin. Y'all miss me with the Trick Daddy sympathy, all right?
If y'all don't get the fuck.
But like somebody said, I can't remember if it was in my mentions. It was in my mentions, but like somebody said, and it was real callous. But whatever. They're like, but y'all the same motherfuckers that felt sorry for that sourdough bread headed white boy until all the shit came out about him. So
yeah, that little bitch, the little boy who got bullied.
Allegedly.
Allegedly. This
so
is perfect
yeah.
time for Michael Jackson meme.
Hello.
Allegedly. I hate you motherfuckers, man. Hey, I really hate y'all.
That just lets me know that me and Mike was both doing something at the same time.
Allegedly.
Curtis with this impression.
Michael Jackson on this motherfucker.
Overall, like, go to hell.
Fuck Trick Daddy.
Yeah,
fuck Trick Daddy.
Fuck you too.
And we don't care about your sympathy. Like, save it for somebody. Save it for when it matters. All right. Trick Daddy ain't hurting. Like, he got lupus, but he ain't hurting.
Shit, the nigga look hurt, but shit.
But that's his own fault.
Exactly.
The nigga. Anyway, enough about Trick Daddy. He too ugly to still be on our tongues.
Like a pill, he is for that lupus.
Listen, because that was my first question. Like, is he even taking care of himself? Like, does he even go?
Hell
Like
no.
That shit check.
multiple people was in my mentions. Like this nigga still smoking coke, doing cocaine, and smoking lace blunts. Like
Right.
what the
Exactly.
fuck? We don't even know if that's the lupus got him looking like that. That could be drugs.
That's my thing. I was like, or it
That
could
might
just
be-
be
yeah,
bad genes.
It might be whatever the blunt lace with.
It could, but no, bullshit you not. It could just be bad genes. Some niggas, some ugly niggas, when they get old, that's what they look like.
Exactly. The nigga look like a blown out.
And they be
shit.
healthy.
He do just look like a terrible fat uncle. I'm not
He
even trying to be
does.
funny. Like he don't look sick to me. He just look out of shape.
Exactly. The
I'm
nigga
like,
look-
y'all turned into fucking lupus experts so quick. I'm like, if y'all all are expert at lupus, then y'all need to be
Doing
y'all
the
need to
walk
be
for the cause.
doing walks, and y'all need to be working on the cure. Like,
Listen,
since everybody knows everything about lupus, all of a sudden when some Trick Daddy jokes start flying,
listen. In the words,
He dying. I wouldn't joke on him, child.
shit. The nigga
he was already dying. The nigga smokes lace blunts.
the nigga been
The
looking
fact
dead
that
for
he
like
been
10 years.
alive this long is a blessing.
To be quite the fuck honest,
Listen,
this nigga in the backyard eating a whole fucking buffet of barbecue by himself,
listen. First of all,
smoking lace blunts, drinking.
let me tell you something. I said this joke on Twitter, and I'm gonna say it here. I ain't nowhere in the hell you could get me to eat no goddamn food made by Trick Daddy. You must be out your motherfucking mind if you
Now
think
I'm
I'm
gonna push
food.
pause right there because Trick Daddy absolutely looks like the uncle that's fucked up from head to toe, but can barbecue the hell out of some meat. So I'm
But
gonna
you
have
gotta
to
be
disagree.
careful because he looked like he a Layshow barbecue platter.
Right now,
Exactly.
you have to watch him. Absolutely, you can't let him prep the stuff by himself.
You got to watch
All
him
right.
on the grill.
And whenever you go to his house, you drink nothing if it's not coming out of a can or a bottle. All right. But what I'm saying is, if the
'Cause Trick Daddy
parameters,
look like he a date rape drug his own cousin.
he'll have his whole family fucked up, all laid out in the goddamn backyard. He
Yeah,
be
Trick
smiling
Daddy-
and laughing.
Trick Daddy real nasty looking, and I'm not even talking about like he don't bathe, that too. But I'm talking about nasty looking, like he like be like we only third cousins.
Exactly.
I mean, let's be honest. This is the same nigga who created Eat a Booty Gang.
Right. And I didn't even know that shit was his until somebody told me.
Eat a Booty Gang. Eat a Booty Gang, the Miami equivalent of Creep Squad.
There you go.
Yeah.
There you go.
You know what?
Trick
Let's
Daddy
move
don't
on.
even look like he brush his teeth, so to be talking about eating somebody booty.
He looked like he brushed his teeth with Hennessy.
Yeah, I was like, okay, bitch.
I said,
like,
this the hill y'all gonna die on? Of all the hills? Okay.
good fucking luck, everybody.
Good luck, cause damn. I don't remember too much else about anybody else. So
Listen.
So I'm thinking-
Gunplay-
oh, I forgot about Gun. I mean, that was a little minor.
Gunplay is a cokehead. So
Gunplay, he gonna get fucked up this season with messing around with that woman.
and why we keep putting Bucky on TV shows? Bitch,
Yo.
you tongue kiss Flavor Flav. Your judgment on everything is shot off.
I'm trying to. Why is she going so hard in the paint against Pretty? Like, bitch, you didn't even know them when they were hot. What the fuck is wrong with you?
Hey, Mike said the same thing. He was like, "Why are you so amped up over motherfuckers that you did not know? You was a fucking kid when Pretty Ricky was at the height of their career, more than likely."
She act like she fucked Baby Blue and he never called her again. Like, what's the real tea, sis?
Shit is a little bit strange.
And I'm like, you going hard in the paint behind Pleasure P? Like, it's just bad decision making.
And the P stand for pedophile.
What?
Hey, it's already
Right.
bad enough you look like Francine from Arthur. Like, girl, you have enough worries and trials and tribulations that you have to face on your own.
And I'm so
You don't need to
weird
make it worse.
because you just are really not an attractive girl.
Look,
Like,
man. She went and got a whole.
She moved to Miami to get broke up with. That's one thing I'm never gonna not discuss. First and second of all, if I want to go to motherfucking, If I want to get back with my group, bitch, and do one more tour and one more album, so I can keep your duck face ass and some synthetic wigs, bitch, thank me. Don't hate me, bitch. Thank me.
Especially some niggas that I don't even like that much.
Bitch, you
Right.
being a
If I'm willing to put all that aside,
not a greater hoe, and I am
Right.
confused.
if I'm willing to put that aside to secure the bag, what the fuck are you mad about?
Exactly.
It was really fucking confusing. I was like, am I the only one confused about this bitch being so mad about Pretty Wicked getting back together?
I mean,
Right.
shit.
She had to like Pleasure P the Beyonce of the group, and I mean maybe he was, but
He wasn't. Baby Blue exposed all that. Pleasure P was acting like he was producing, writing, making the beat, singing, doing. Baby Blue was like, motherfucker, you came in with sing your part and get the fuck on.
All of y'all did.
Studio. I was the one in the studio doing all the producing and shit, but still giving you niggas credits. I wouldn't have gave them niggas shit but a hard time. They
Hello.
got some hard dick and bubble gum. What y'all trying to be on? Is y'all trying to fuck or what? Because I know y'all don't think y'all fixing to get no writing credits off of this.
Not on today or tomorrow.
I'm not the one nor the two.
I mean, Baby Blue was absolutely about to pop a blood vessel. That nigga was very, very close to having an aneurysm, but he's
hot in the motherfucker.
He spilled the tea.
He did. What? Speaking of what the fuck kind of that goddamn vest, coat, whatever the fuck he had on, that motherfucker was looking like a Power Ranger
jacket, and it looked like it had hot links on it.
I don't know. And so they did their thing. They had a
dress like Steve Hightower.
All right.
It was absolutely.
Well, yo, Shay talking about you didn't defend me. You such a bitch ass nigga. And I'm like, you come in here. I'm at work, bitch. Right. First and foremost, I am at work. I don't know why people don't understand. Just because these people are entertainers and they on stage or whatever the case. If I'm at a booking, if I'm at a gig, I am at work. What you will never do is come and embarrass me and act a motherfucking fool while I'm at work. Number one. Number two, you sitting here and you going hard in the paint on this nigga. This is somebody that I have to work with. And we already have a shitty relationship. And you gonna compound it by being stupid. Right. So in any other situation, yeah, if a nigga come talking nuts to you, you expect your man to defend you.
I'm not about to defend you when you wrong than a motherfucker.
But when you come in being wrong as fuck, you need to shut the fuck up.
This one of those good damn luck, everybody. Good damn luck, bitch. You fight Baby Blue big ass.
I was about to say this is a specific one. Good luck, bitch. Yeah, bitch, I hope your ass can take a lick.
I'm finna fight that big motherfucker. You got to go to Jesus.
Cause Baby Blue, that nigga look like motherfucking.
Here I go. You started it, bitch. You finish it.
Listen, cause that nigga look like a fucking hungry hippo. That ain't what you want.
That nigga look like he'd eat your weave.
Listen, for lunch and dinner.
So
with hot sauce. Bitch, what is
she
this?
Can definitely
with some risotto and Chilean sea bass on the side.
Miami sea bass. Floridian.
Like, what is this retarded bitch doing? Okay.
She was doing the most.
And I'm talking about she came in.
Even if I'm wrong, you defend me and we deal with it when we get home. No, bitch. Because if you an adult, you gonna shut the fuck up when you know you in the wrong, bitch. You is not finna come up here and fuck up our money. Bitch, you just got to Miami. You don't got no job, Tommy. You ain't got no job, bitch, to be talking about defend me, bitch. I'm trying to keep a check.
All right.
I'm trying to keep the lights on in this house. Do you understand?
And lingerie. We need some money, bitch. I got to buy you some jeans.
I was just about to say, because bitch, you came to Miami with nothing.
You came to Miami in your pajamas, bitch. I got to get us some money, bitch. You need some clothes.
You moved from a whole nother city, and all you have is a carry-on bag.
You moved from a whole nother state.
Another state.
One roller bag, the little one that you could take on the plane with you.
You ain't even pay no baggage fee.
Louis bag.
Shit, get the fuck out of here.
Bitch, I'm exhausted. That
and I I saw a lot of women agreeing, like, yeah, your man's supposed to defend you no matter what.
No, he ain't.
Y'all need to get the fuck. First of all, y'all need to stop women like that. Y'all need to stop thinking that y'all can go into any situation and cause a ruckus, and your man's supposed to always get you out of it. Like, learn how to conduct yourself like an adult. And in this situation, she was even more wrong because you had no reason to come in and go at that man the way that you did. You had no reason. He didn't say shit to you.
Exactly.
You came in on 100. For no reason. You came in looking for a fucking fight. Why you want to fight with a big ass bebop rock steady ass nigga like that? I don't know.
Good to hell look, everybody.
Yeah,
You dying
talking
on
about
his
you
heel
look
over
pregnant.
pleasure to
Bitch,
fucking pee.
What is you trying to fight a pregnant nigga for, bitch? Leave him alone before you stress that baby out, bitch. I'm tired. Leave that
She
baby
need to leave him alone before he stressed that weave out.
That weave
Like,
shit.
I don't get that. Like, wouldn't, like, if that's, why are you causing problems for your man? Like, that shit, that look out to me and all that shit work both ways. Okay, I'm gonna defend you, but also don't be out here having me looking the fuck stupid.
Right. Don't have me out here having to defend you when you wrong as fuck.
When you wrong as fuck.
You know what that reminds me of? Remember on Making the Band with the band, and Sarah's husband was always wilding and going crazy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was the same shit. Like, nigga, you not in the group. You need to calm the fuck down.
Right. You are over here, and I need you to be over here.
You are an auxiliary player.
A nigga shank you.
Okay. Shit, because I have no doubt they would have called Mysterious and that shit would have been taken care of. I want it so bad I can taste it. With the gun up in my way.
God damn it, Curtis.
Couldn't even finish.
Hey, I was like, okay, well, can we get this bitch off my TV screen acting like she don't have no home training? Oh, animal ass bitches. I'm so sick of seeing animals on reality TV, but I love it at the same time.
Exactly.
Just doing the most. So
we're
gonna see what happens with that relationship, her and Pleasure P.
Pleasure pedophile.
He gonna end up cheating on her, so he
probably already cheating on her.
I like her, but she just, man, I don't know. You know the typical nigga, I'm cheating, but I'm trying to excuse it. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Whatever. The group back together. He probably was all up in spectacular booty hole. That's, you know what? Let me not do that.
Curtis. Oh shit.
I can't remember.
God damn it. This is a rabbit hole we have
grind on me indeed.
Relax your mind. Take your time on me.
Mm-hmm.
I'm very sick of y'all.
This podcast is out of control.
Oh God. Okay. I can't remember any. Well, yeah, I was trying to remember if there were any other smaller players before we get to that, because that's gonna be almost as big as the Trick Daddy thing. I don't think there was anybody else though.
Nah, I don't think there was.
Nah. So the beautiful goddess that is Amara La Negra.
Yes.
That is a fine ass woman. Yeah. My God.
My God.
So,
and
before we get into it,
she got
body, yaddy.
She got body, she got skin, she got complexion, she got hair,
got beauty,
she got eyes, she got sass, she a full package, and she is proud of who she is. That shit is so attractive that she is not cowering in her complexion, coming from a place where they are easily as color struck as Black people in the U.S.
Correct.
Yep. So I want to start off before we get into what happened on the show. I saw people, mostly Black women, on Twitter questioning her blackness or making little snide comments about her blackness don't look real, her eyes don't look real, we don't know if her afro is a wig or not. And I was like, that's real fucking funny, because y'all were the same ones who was dying on the hill for Trick Daddy. But then Amara comes on the screen and you question her from head to toe. How does that work exactly? Here's somebody telling you, I'm a proud Afro-Latina. I struggle with this shit every day, because every day a motherfucker will look at me and be like, I'm too dark to be Latina, or whatever the case may be. And the first thing that y'all say is her skin don't look real.
Listen, I just gotta say this, and I'll leave it to y'all, because y'all are often a lot more nuanced and shit than I am. There are some people who, in trying to be so pro-black, end up being anti-black.
Mm-hmm.
That's the kind of shit, because that's the kind of shit that because I did see some of that too. And as a matter of fact, just today, like, I saw someone saying why y'all go so hard for Afro Latinas, and they had Afro Latinas in quotes, and you could just tell that they said that pejoratively, and they was like, fuck them. And I'm just like, and I knew it was something related to the show, because again, in America, that's been a hot topic. And I'm like, yeah, y'all
right. Colorism is still a huge problem in our community. Y'all can act like it's not all you want to, but as many times as we see tweets that go viral of these young black kids, these young black girls and boys making fun of dark-skinned people, talking about calling dark-skinned people roaches, dark-skinned black people at that. So for y'all to turn around and do the same thing, maybe not as mean-spirited, but still in a very snide way. I'm like,
and
what's the point?
It was so weird, because one, even if she was wearing an afro wig or had clip-ins, extensions, so what? You bitches love to defend weaves
and wigs.
Knows about weaves and wigs.
And somebody said that on there. They were like, even if that afro is a wig because it's too perfect to be her real hair, they were like, 9 times out of 10, it's still some kinky 4B, 4C hair up under that.
It is.
So what is we even talking about?
On Instagram of her, how they do her afro, and how they get it the way it is, and they braid her hair unbraided and pick her hair out.
Yeah, these will be some of the same people that talk about erasure and all that shit, and it's like, well, y'all doing that shit to her, so it's like, again.
Then they talked about how, well, she be tanning her skin and this, that, and the third. So
I saw somebody talking about that.
So fucking what? She's a dark. There are videos. There are pictures of her as a little girl, as chocolate as she fucking wanna be. So if she like the way she look when she darker, baby, I love it. I love her that she loves being the dark Dominican woman that she is.
And so what? Go ahead. Sorry.
Yeah, I love it.
What I saw on Twitter, because that came up, I saw that earlier today, and they were like, one of the very, very popular tweeters who's not on there anymore, Gummy. They were like, Gummy was dark skinned and she loved tanning. Like, and that's what I see. That's what I'm saying. When shit happens, y'all motherfuckers turn into experts about shit and you don't know shit. I can say this as a dark-skinned man. A lot of times, dark-skinned people, our skin tone is not even. So if a motherfucker want to go tan to even their skin tone out, if they just want to tan because they feel like fucking tanning, who the fuck are you to say that that's not something they should do or can do, or to have something to say about it?
These will be
like, we literally saw this woman get torn down.
From her eye color to her hair to her skin tone to her
face to face with a motherfucker that she was trying to work with, and y'all turn around and did the same shit. But like, y'all the motherfuckers that got Trick Daddy ass on your tongue because we make jokes because he may or may not look the way he looked because of lupus.
These will be
Y'all
the
crazy as hell.
These will be the same type of people that be complaining that people are too woke, quote unquote, or too sensitive, quote unquote, or too,
Yo.
These will be the same people, but like, I just stop being
So-
motherfucking weirdos in 2018. Get you some business. God damn.
Pause real quick before we launch into the her and the actual show. So I tweeted that today. I tweeted something about that. I said a lot of times y'all too sensitive is really code for I want to be an asshole in peace, and y'all need to keep that accountability shit away from me. And so I guess it's been doing a little bit of numbers, and I've seen a couple of people reply, but my mentions are not a place for your opinion. Put that on the shirt.
I saw, and I wish I had favorited the tweet, but it takes me back. Dave Chappelle dropped, his last 2 specials or whatever on that, and one of the comments was the gay community wants to be included in everything until they are included in the jokes, then blah blah blah. And the best reply that I have seen is, the only time that y'all want to be inclusive of the LGBT community is when the joke is on them. You don't talk about them. You don't discuss them. You don't care about anything that's going on with them until it's time to joke on them. Joke at their expense. Make them the butt of a joke. And I watched the special, and the jokes were the things that he said, the comments he made. One, he acknowledged that he felt bad that the comments and the jokes he made in the last specials offended the trans community because he had trans fans or whatever. And he even made himself, the butt of some jokes. And he even said, he made it very clear that their right to live safely, to live freely, to be afforded the same opportunities should not be based on them being trans or not. And these motherfuckers still was dying on the hill, even though he said he felt bad that what he said upset a marginalized community. And
Let me, like that.
Let me say this real quick. I'm not trans. I'm not gay. So I, as a cis heterosexual woman, do not have the right to tell the LGBT community how they can feel about jokes being made at their expense. That goes for everyone. If you do not identify as a part of that community, you don't get to tell them they being too serious, they can't take a joke, they too sensitive, they only want people to be PC, times have changed, you can't even you don't get to say any of that. Even if you don't agree, shut the fuck up and let them say how they feel. Furthermore, being a comedian is an art. Art is often critiqued and criticized and everything else. Dave Chappelle is not above fucking reproach because comedians build their whole career on critiquing and criticizing everyone fucking else.
Yep. And they bank on their fans putting them on a pedestal because it's comedy. And for whatever reason, y'all love to say that comedy is above, like Candy said, above reproach, and it's not.
Listen,
and it's fucking not, because y'all were the same motherfuckers that had all the things to say when Bill Maher was made that house nigga joke.
Definitely.
But for whatever reason, right, y'all wanted him off the air because it was racial. But when it comes, but that's a lot of that's the problem with a lot of cisgender black people. Y'all cannot see past your own intersection.
Yeah.
I talked about that a little bit on my show when I had my friend Mo on. We were talking about intersectionality, and that's usually what the issue is. You can't see below. Like I look at it. The analogy that I made was intersectionality is like the streets in New York. All right, you got all these avenues with all these numbers going all up, 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 and you go further down, further down, further down. So if you black, you already down here. You a woman, you a little bit further down. You LGBT, you further down than that. And really, you LGB, and then if you T, you even lower. And nobody can see lower than the street of where their intersection is.
First of all, I agree with everything y'all said. Two, I tweeted that I don't understand that. Now I have seen conflicting reports, like cause we talked about it in the chat. Candace watched it. I seen some other people that as a matter of fact, I listened to the black guy who Tilson Rod was talking about a little bit, and some were saying, you know, that he overall the common thing was that he did acknowledge it was wrong, but I've seen some people and some LGBTQ people saying that it wasn't, you know, as poignant as an apology if they would have liked, and they have that right. But this is what I don't get. If a motherfucker acknowledged that they wrong, what the fuck are you down the hill for them to still be wrong? If the motherfucker had enough, however variance of level, if the motherfucker had enough self-awareness to be like, you know what, that was wrong, I fucked up. What the fuck are you still trying to convince him? Nah, you weren't wrong. If a motherfucker is being an adult, why are you still trying to make them be a child? Like, I don't understand that shit. That shit is fucking weird. And like Curtis said, like that whenever, and I've said this before and I'll say it again. Every time shit like this happens, I bring this up and people like to act like I'm crazy. But usually, not all the time, but usually, whenever it's some LGBTQ related shit, or even some sexism, everybody has this. Everybody wants to be, oh, y'all too quick to cancel people. Oh, y'all don't never let nobody grow. Oh, y'all always complaining. Oh, y'all always too woke. All this, that, and the third, and XYZ element of P. Whenever it's some LGBTQIA related shit, or like I said, sometimes sexism, we never have that same energy. Collectively, we never have that same energy when somebody being racist. It's almost never. You damn near, unless they just being a coon, you never hear nobody say, oh, I mean, the racism was so long ago. I mean, people change, people grow, XYZ, element P. Y'all motherfuckers never say that shit when it's some racism. So you not finna sit here and you don't get the right to not be hypocrites and not keep that same energy, and people not call that shit, especially the people that y'all are essentially throwing under the bus.
Yeah, funny, but especially people on Twitter, because you motherfuckers will try to get somebody fired for being racist on Twitter. You will try to take their whole life away behind them saying "fuck you, nigger" on Twitter.
And by the way, if that's what you want to do, fine. Like, I'm not defending that shit at all. All I'm saying is keep that motherfucker same energy when it's some LGBTQ related shit, especially since we all pro black and biggity black and all this shit. Keep that same energy and uplift and support your brothers and sisters when they feel a way about your favorite comedian making jokes at the expense of of their lives. That's all. Just keep that same energy. Stop being fucking cowards. And you know what?
And at the very fucking least, even if you don't agree, at the very least, stay out they fucking face, stay out they fucking mentions, telling them that they overreacting and being sensitive and they don't know how to take jokes. At the very least, shut the fuck up and keep your ass opinion out they mentions. Because again, we don't do this when black people feel away about racist shit.
Yep.
Like we have a field day when people come in our mentions talking about, oh, let racism go, let slavery go. The shit
them built whole platforms on that shit.
Stop talking about the shit. Y'all never want to get past it. Man, please, we drag motherfuckers out to the pasture over shit like that.
They made whole ass platforms about the shit.
Yep. And I'll say this, and then we can get back because I know this show is running long. I am part of the community, but I'm not trans. But what I can't, because I have common fucking sense, I will say this. For anybody who is struggling to understand why it's an issue, specifically when trans issues are coming up, especially with comedy, for every comedy special coming out with a comedian, with a Dave Chappelle coming out with the trans joke, punching down, number one, and punching down in comedy is always shitty. But number two, the juxtaposition is there are so many trans people, usually trans women of color, getting murdered just for existing. That's why the shit is such a hot button issue. Nobody whose existence is in jeopardy just because they want to go out into the world. They don't want to be the butt of a fucking joke. It's so much shit that we have Donald Trump in office and you making trans jokes.
Who he is, his administration is literally targeting them.
Show. The whole administration is there are so many things you can make jokes of. All right. You can make jokes of just black people, black men, black women. But yeah, it's still a touchy issue with trans people because you know what? Trans people out here being murdered just for being them.
Exactly.
And then you got motherfuckers that go on the Breakfast Club making jokes about murdering trans people. And then you got motherfuckers that's defending it or hiding their hands, swearing up and down that they challenging the person when they're not. You got people making up this false narrative of, oh, it's trans people out here tricking people. All right, these people's lives are in danger. LGBT, just because you follow XD and some of the other popular gay Twitter people and a couple of trans, that doesn't mean that our lives are not in danger just from existence still. All right. At any given time, somebody that you love on the timeline that make dick jokes all the time might be gone because they might come across the wrong motherfucker. Just like being black, you might come across the wrong motherfucker and be gone.
Yeah.
So stop acting like y'all don't see the motherfucking parallels and why trans people don't want to be the butt of y'all raggedy ass jokes. If you're gonna make a joke, at least be funny about the shit. Just because it's coming out of a comedian's mouth, that does not make it automatically funny. And we should all just laugh and hold hands and drink a fucking Heineken and sing Kumbaya. Fuck out of here.
Can I also say that y'all ugly?
I'll never forget that you motherfuckers are ugly. Never forget.
Y'all be acting real musty when it comes to LGBT stuff. Especially trans. A lot of y'all stupid. So that's that. Y'all ugly and stupid. And it's hurting me. It's bothering my baby. And we can't go to Bella Noche's when y'all being idiots.
Right. Okay. I want to say one more quick thing, and then we'll wrap up this topic. If you gonna be a piece of don't be cowards. Like, don't have trans lives matter or LGBT lives matter or whatever. Don't have that in your bio and retweet that and then stick up for shit like Dave Chappelle. Like, if you like be full on. Just if you don't care about the lives of LGBTQ people and black LGBTQ people, if you don't care about their lives, be honest about that shit so the people in that community can know, okay, this motherfucker don't give a shit about me. I know not to fuck with this person for their own safety, because they have enough dealing with it as is, and they don't need they don't need fake allies. They need decent motherfuckers that have empathy and are not shitheads. So that's that on that. And never forget, you motherfuckers are ugly. The last thing, and then like I said, we can get back to Amara is, and this is, I'm not going to expand on it. It's a whole conversation for another day, but shit like this is the reason why LGBT people of color, this is why more and more people are not separating their identities. This is why we're not putting black. I'm not saying let me speak for myself. This is why I don't say I'm black before anything else, because the same blackness that I'll go up for, y'all will not go up for me for my gayness. Y'all will sit back, or you won't go up for my trans sister or my trans brother, even though we black. Y'all the same other. Y'all let us hang on the cross. Y'all let motherfuckers talk about us any kind of way, any kind of jokes, make derogatory jokes, make jokes about killing us. But you want us to stand up in our blackness. This is why we don't separate. This is why it's one identity.
I'll fight for your gayness. Just don't bring no caveman in this house.
No, I don't. The smell.
Don't bring no caveman in this family, Curtis. No, shit. But no,
that's not my ministry.
I couldn't agree more. And that's why I kind of hope that you get a chance to watch it, because I would love your opinion on it. And
I'll have to look, because I haven't really been. And the sad part is, like, I loved Chappelle's show. Like, I have Chappelle's show on DVD, but I haven't been interested in his new stuff.
If it ever comes, let me see what the fuck this motherfucker was saying. If just hop in the group chat and say, you know what, I watched it and the shit was trash.
Yeah,
And,
I probably will eventually though. It's on Netflix, ain't it?
yeah, it's on Netflix. Yeah.
All right. Okay, let's get back on topic because we been preaching and I hate preaching.
Young Hollywood. A
You
nigga
need
with
your whole ass beat.
a nigga with I don't know what you
With
are, but a light
cursive tattoos.
a light skinned nigga with cursive tattoos on his eyelids tried to tell somebody what was elegant. I like to fell on the motherfucking floor.
So
I should have your image, like for example, like a Beyonce. First of all, bitch,
we haven't even worked together.
Bring up Beyonce because Beyonce is the queen of whatever the fucking hairstyle she feel like rocking. Beyonce done had braids, afros, weaves, ponytails, and whatever the fuck else. Don't bring up Beyonce because Beyonce stands strongly in her blackness and she wear whatever the fuck she want, when the fuck she want to. Beyonce
and encourages other women to do the same.
Beyonce took her ass on the Super Bowl and performed one of the blackest songs she ever made unapologetically. Don't bring up her blackness and elegance. And then this motherfucker, I'm gonna tell you when I knew that I wanted to punch him in his face when he called that woman Nutella Queen and laughed. And then I recently saw him on IG Live, like somebody like did a screen grab of like an IG Live video, and he laughed about the shit like, haha, everybody thought it was so funny when I called her Nutella Queen. What did y'all think? Ha ha ha. Like, what? You corny than a motherfucker.
Corny than them. So a couple of things. Number one, this was an initial series of meetings just to see if y'all had chemistry to work together. You the producer and you already talking about changing my image. That was number one. That was what really I was done with him at that point. Because I'm like, y'all haven't even agreed to work together. And you already talking about, oh, well, maybe no, you need to change your image. Number two, you trying to use Beyonce to bash her, which is such a typical tactic online. We see this so often. People either bashing Beyonce or using Beyonce to bash somebody else. And then there was a video on Facebook. I should have tagged y'all in it of that conversation, and basically they were flagging each time it was basically colorism or offensive. I think they got up to 25, and just depending on how you feel about it, it could be less, it could be more. But needless to say, everything he said was offensive to her. Like
everything. He needed his whole ass whooped.
Yo, afro, and you can't be elegant. This man really said out his mouth, you can't be elegant with an afro.
Like, what? Boy.
You haven't even seen her try to be elegant. What the fuck do you know? What do you know about elegant, you ignorant bitch?
He is the epitome of trash. That's for fucking sure.
Like trash. Like, oh, I was like, okay, I can kind of see him feeling away because she brought her mama to the initial meeting. I mean, on the one hand, but on the other hand, I'm like, ain't you Latino? Don't you know how that shit goes? Because that to me wasn't nothing new. Like, especially if I'm trying something new, like, and she let it be like, my mama's my best friend. I go out with my mama. She needs somebody to watch her back. Look at her. Shit, I would want somebody to watch my fucking back too.
And as soon as he got her by herself, he started disrespecting
and her. That was the thing. I was like, you such a bitch. You wouldn't dare say none of that shit in front of her mama.
Listen,
you waited until you got her alone.
Her mama ain't played. Her mama like Ryan mama ain't never played with nobody day in her goddamn life.
Oh, you know her mama ain't never. You know her mama probably keep a wooden spoon in her purse to slap a motherfucker as soon as they try it.
That image, that visual got me screaming. What? Fuck did you say? What? Yeah.
Like some
anime, she do.
It's like some cartoon shit. Wow, with the sound effect with it.
With vigor and gusto.
Yeah,
so
he's a fucking clown. That woman.
And then she was like, "Okay, so when did you become a stylist? Because I thought you were a producer."
So is it Uchiwale or is it one mic?
Like, I could understand if he was like, I'm offering you a comprehensive package. So, you know what I'm saying? Like a management package where I'm going to be managing your image and we're going to be making music. But I'm like, if you only a producer, why does your opinion on her appearance matter? Like, I get it, you don't want to produce no track that's not gonna be hot or be flames or whatever, but I'm like, you know what? And it reminds me of Hollywood. You know how Hollywood act like if it's Latino or if it's black, it's not gonna sell, so we don't need to do that.
Yeah,
and it could be farther from the truth, like, because we don't know, because I feel like a certain amount of surgence of the support for her was because of this, but at the same time, this is a beautiful, talented. Like, I went through her Instagram just to hear some of her. Like, she has a nice voice.
yeah.
I think she can rap too, because she was in that commercial. Remember that all-white commercial with people from these shows? She was in that commercial. I didn't even realize it. I didn't know who she was.
Oh, okay.
That commercial with Papoose and like Brooke Valentine. It was a Christmas commercial, and they were all wearing white.
Yeah.
She was in that commercial.
Oh, okay.
I remember now, because she had that afro, and I was like, who is this? Because there were people, there were just people in it that I didn't know.
Right.
Number one. Number two, she's not brand spanking new. Like, yeah, she's trying to break into the American market, but she's been successful doing what she's been doing with the image that she's had.
Right.
She's been booked. And you trying to act like, oh, Beyonce is always so elegant. Beyonce went through a whole phase where she wore her hair out. She wore an afro wig. She wore afro after she did Austin Powers.
Yes,
it was all afro everything, and that was at the beginning when she launched her solo career.
Yeah, people love it.
If any time they were gonna buckle down and be like, no, Beyonce, you need to have your hair straight. You need to do this. You need to do that. It would have been when she was first launching her solo career.
Yeah.
So miss me with the bullshit. Like, you just the ignorant ass motherfucker. And that's all there is to it. You a bitch ass motherfucker.
And he looked like a New York sewer rat. So that's that too.
Right.
Definitely do look like a subway rat.
Right.
Got a whole lot of nerve to be trying to tear this woman down. And my thing was, you couldn't even do it in a constructive way. Because I tweeted this, I fully expected somebody to try her on her looks, on her hair, on something that she got going on. I fully expected that. But you didn't even have the decency to try to be constructive about it. And then when she's and I understood her frustration 100%, because when somebody offends you and you trying to tell them why you're offended, and they sitting here making jokes and laughing and chuckling, the shit ain't funny. Like, you lucky she didn't throat chop your bitch ass.
And acting like
I sure would have.
And acting like she wrong for being offended.
And then told her she's psycho.
Right. Like, boy,
you did everything in your power to offend this woman. And you lucky the worst that she did was walk out.
Do the Afro and Afro Latina stand for your hair. I was like, okay, good.
Right. He talking about, is that because you from Africa or because of the Afro? Again, this is one of them things where y'all think shit is funny and it's not. Like, you joking on somebody's identity to their face. That shit ain't funny. It's not cute. It's not a joke. You don't have no clue what this woman has gone through in her life, because she's looked like that all her life. Just like all the motherfuckers on Twitter. Oh, her eyes ain't real. Oh, she got contacts. Then the receipts came out. Her eyes have always looked like that. She's 12 years old, tap dancing with her eyes looking like that. Y'all always got so much shit to say with no goddamn receipts. Then the receipts come out and you ain't got shit to say, or you deleting tweets. Or you doubling down in your wrongness, like his bitch ass on Instagram. Oh, that was funny. Let me just say that if this needs to be said for anybody that either is not black listening to this podcast or is not of the darker persuasion, like that whole chocolate, Nutella, hazel, all of that cutesy shit, that shit is not cute with somebody that you don't know well. And even if you know them well, it may not be cute. All right. But especially with somebody that you don't know, don't go up to no dark-skinned person and start hollering about chocolate and all. That shit is annoying as fuck.
And I'll smack the fuck out you. So that's the other part.
listen, especially if I'm already mad at something else you said, I can just imagine being in that situation and I'm like breaking it down to you why what you said is offensive and you turn around and call me your Nutella king. That's the day you might die.
Yeah.
All right.
So, but I did like how many people did rally around her. And again, I feel like Amara is hope, and you know what, I feel like is happening, and I pray that it continues to go this way. I feel like Amara is already on the same path or a similar path as Cardi B, because after the first episode, and I think we talked about this earlier, after the first episode aired, she already signed to a record deal.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Already securing the bag, already moving forward. So your little whack ass comments about her afro and needing to change her look, you can eat those words. And then my thing was, this is only the second time you seeing this woman. How do you know she don't change up her look? How you know she's not gonna come tomorrow with braids? How you know tomorrow she's not gonna come with a pixie cut? You don't know what she got going on.
Just loud and wrong, loud and wrong.
Just loud, wrong, and a bitch. A whole bitch.
A whole hoe.
So shout out to Amara La Negra. I'm here for it. Can't wait to see what you do. She seems like she's talented. If nothing else, she's beautiful. So shit. If nothing else, sis, at least model, because you have what? It.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Because her body is woo.
Yeah, she is super gorgeous.
I mean, gorgeous, bodied out, titties sitting nice, ass, flat tummy. I mean, just, and I can see why them dudes was trying to snatch her up for a record deal. Because I mean, shit, why wouldn't you? She really is. Like, she come to you and you ain't even barely got to groom her ass.
Pretty much.
Because she already looks amazing. Because she's already been doing it. She's already been performing and stuff.
Already booked.
Because even her performance that she did when she was introducing herself looked lit.
You can't even say that, Masika. No, you ain't booked or busy, bitch.
Nope.
He was just crusty.
Running over to the left. Speaking of, because I think we're done with Love and Hip Hop Miami, unless y'all got something else.
No, I'm looking forward to next week.
Yeah.
Real Housewives of Atlanta hasn't been on for the holidays. I think we will save Married to Medicine till next week then, because a new episode aired tonight. So we'll cover Married to Medicine next week and just catch up on it, and and Real Housewives of Atlanta should be back. And VH1 gave us the theater. I'm gonna let you
theater.
Yeah.
They gave it to us.
With Love and Hip Hop Miami, and I cannot wait. I kind of wish Juju was on Miami now.
Right?
I kind of wish she was on there, but yeah, that's all I got.
I just want to say real quick, because I just saw this today. I put it in the group chat, but thoughts and prayers, I guess, and I don't know, just the wishes for healthiness for Alexis Scott's baby. She had the baby prematurely. I think, well, from what I read, the baby was only 1 pound. Only 1 pound.
Yeah.
So as much as we joke on here, we don't want to see that. So hopefully the baby pulls through and is able to be healthy and live life. Other than that, like Candy said, I'm looking forward to the mess. Shit, I'm gonna have to Miami keep on being this good. I don't know what I'm gonna do with myself listening to y'all talk about it.
You might have to come on every week.
Miami was so damn spicy. I was at this point, I'm like, shit, y'all might just have to take my name out of the featuring on the title. Miami was good as fuck. Like, Miami had me there. It made you laugh, it made you think, it made you mad.
The whole package.
It had a whole spectrum of motherfucking emotions.
Listen, goddamn, Mona been bullshitting, so she knew she owed us.
Listen,
She knew. She knew.
Love and Hip Hop Miami is a welcome addition to the MTU, the Mona Me television universe. So welcome addition.
Welcome addition. I don't have nothing else. So thank you all for listening. I know this has been a lengthy one, but hopefully we made you laugh and think, and hopefully you stop being fucking weirdos. That might be the new benediction. I don't know. Curtis might have to think of something, but the new tagline: just stop being damn weirdo shit. But yeah,
govern your psychoness accordingly.
You know what?
Oh, I have a different. I'm
gonna try to find a way to fit that as a show title, Candace. Thank you.
Because I was gonna say, the benediction for this week is gonna be, "Thou shalt not question one's afro when thou is a whole bitch."
I like it. Let's go with it.
You worry about your conch, your bitch. My afro.
And on that note, bye, y'all.